Begin broadcast. Humble Among broadcast system number 148. It is August 28th, 2024 is the year. How's everybody doing? We have to start off the only way to start the show off with the national anthem sung by Mr. Too Dope.
You know how you gotta do it? Check your tones.
Steven,
And you gotta do your hand like
Steven,
that too.
get out of here,
All right, here we
Steven.
go.
Steven.
Oh, say, can you see?
We're already starting shit.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail from the twilight's last beaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars brought peace to the night. Some more bombs, but fuck. Ramparts we hail, bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that the flag was still there. I'm doing good, ain't I?
You're doing
there.
real good. Yeah.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? Gotta give it a second for the audience to pop a little bit, let it sizzle. And the home of my boy Dave. How did I do? Was that almost there?
So good. So good every damn time. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Yeah, Nick, what the heck? You're not what the heck and frick? You're not
My line.
You're not that's Emily's line. Yeah, you're not the alienated right now, Nick. You're naked. Nick might like that. All right, everybody, how's it going? What's going on? Humble Among broadcast system number 148. I think Emily's finishing up her makeup. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll up a little something. Yeah, because I want to save the car story for when you get over here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll something and then I'm gonna go through Violent J. Steven, you are already such a menace, dog.
My nipples hurt so bad.
You want to turn off the AC?
Yeah.
You can. Steven, you've already ruined the set. What's up, Steven? Everyone say hi to Steven, the menace. You've heard of Dennis the Menace. Welcome to Steve-O the Menace. The problem child. Shit, JPC with a $20 super chat. Whoop, whoop. When the next shirt release? You know, I was just thinking about that today. I need to fucking really get on that shit.
Ashel wants a nugget shirt.
Yeah, I need to do nugget shirt. I need to do the D-Terrible design, the new alien design. I need to do the fucking Hello Kitty alien design. So that's like 3 shirt designs that I'm kind of behind. And there's that other one we were talking about for you. And that other thing that we were talking about for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So we actually have like, shit, we got 3 we can do. I just have to actually like go through the process of pre-ordering them and setting up the pre-orders and all that shit. Which of those 3, which one do you guys want? Let's do that. In the chat, let me know. Do you want Alien Hello Kitty? Do you want the D-Terrible design? Or do you want Offended Nugget? Yo, Nick, let's do it, dog. You were saying let's collab on some art. Let's do something, Nick. I'm so fucking down. Alien Kitty. I think Alien Kitty's the way to go myself. Hello Kitty, another Hello Kitty, Alien Kitty. We got like 4 Hello Kitty votes already. 3 Hello Kitty votes already. I mean, I want to do them all. I plan on doing them all. I need to know which one I should do first. Because I really can't do them all at the same time. I just don't got the money like that. And I don't think y'all are going to fucking pre-order like that. And I got to do these as pre-orders. I can't fucking just assume what motherfuckers are gonna want. I gotta do these as pre-orders. All right, I'm gonna roll this up. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got to talk about like the car crashing on my lawn. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you might have seen some talk about the weirdness that happened on, what was that, Tuesday night? Or was that Monday night? That might have been Monday night. Earlier in the week, a car crashed on my lawn. We're going to tell that story here in a bit. But what I need to do first is I need to go through Violent J's appearance on the Kliq This podcast, which I think was recorded back on the 7th of this month, but just got dropped earlier this week or last week or something. I think last week. Yeah, people seem to want a busy among drop, Nick. Hit me up, Nick. Let's figure something out, Nick. You know what, Nick? I got a great idea for you. Oh, fuck, dog. Nick, I'm going to pitch something to you that I've been wanting to do for a minute anyway, and I think you would kill it. I think you would absolutely kill it. It's a little bit of drawing and a little bit of design. That's all I'll say about it. But oh, Nick, I want you to do this. I think Nick has to do it. I'll just say this: the law offices of old fans might know that reference.
I know what it is.
Yeah, you know that reference. All right. I don't have a lighter because of course I don't. I don't have an ashtray because of course I don't. All right. Now, let's do it. Let's get right into Kliq This with Violent J. Kevin Nash's podcast, if you don't know, is Kliq This. And Kevin's a fucking entertaining motherfucker. I don't know how many of probably a lot of you are wrestling fans, but if you're not a wrestling fan, if you don't know about the Outsiders and him in WCW, in WWF he was Diesel. Kevin Nash is just such a cool motherfucker, man. Just doesn't give a fuck. Just a legit badass. I fucking saw a YouTube video earlier today about Kevin Nash. He was in the Punisher movie in the early aughts with Thomas Jane. That he plays a character called the Russian in that movie. There's a fact about that movie I never knew, where Kevin Nash is in a fight scene with the Punisher, and motherfuckers, he's supposed to get stabbed with a fake knife, a kayfabe knife, if you will, and they Brandon Lee'd his ass and fucking left the real butterfly knife out where the fucking the kayfabe knife should be, the fake knife should be, and Kevin got stabbed for real in that take. The take that's in the movie where Kevin gets stabbed right here, that shit's real. That's a real knife stabbing him. And he's supposed to no-sell it in the fucking movie. He no-sold it. He got stabbed for real on film and no-sold that shit. Shouts out to Kevin Nash, legit fucking badass. So that's Kevin Nash. A little, if you don't know about Kevin, he was, tag team with Scott Hall. Rest in peace to Scott Hall. Anyway, that's enough about Kevin Nash. I love Kevin Nash. Ain't no knife hurting super shredder. What Uganda says. I lit that and it already went out. All right, I'm gonna jump right into this because I got a lot of notes. Jay says he's been doing really good. Says it's dope but overwhelming to be on here. Says he's so happy and honored, and it's very cool. Says he's a mark for both of them. By the way, the host of the podcast is one Sean Oliver. If you don't know about Sean Oliver, go check out some You Shoot interviews on YouTube. They have a whole bunch of them. Specifically, find the ICP You Shoot if you've never seen it. Sean probably does the best shoot interviews in the game. He's fucking excellent. We're going to be talking about Sean and ICP collabing a little bit, which was revealed in this. I think Jay has already kind of talked about this a little bit, but I'm not sure. I feel like this might have been the first time this was publicized who exactly is doing the wrestling book, but Sean's doing the ICP Coffee Table Wrestling book. And apparently there's a second book that they're going to be working on, but wait for that here in a second. Gives props to Sean, says he's his favorite shoot interviewer by far. Mine too. I completely agree. He's the best at the shoot interviews. Go watch you shoots. Go watch kayfabe commentaries. All of those shits are fucking excellent. He's so good. Says Sean put ICP over in his book, which, by the way, his book's supposed to be great. Says Kev is like a god coming down the hall in WCW back in the day. Kev says he's got let's see. He's got a 60-year-old friend who still rocks old ICP shirts all the time and gets whooped at in public. Jay compares careers to bananas. Some monkey talk again. Whereas your career starts out hard, gets soft in the middle, and then gets hard again. So I think monkeys are on the brain of Violent J again. Big Kev says real recognizes real. You know, both of these gentlemen are from Detroit, so they really get along well. Says he's the same motherfucker that had the Tupac bandana on back in the day. Big Kev, that is. Jump Steady being paranoid about documentary crews coming in, Jay says. Anytime there's a documentary crew coming in to film something, Jump Steady's paranoid. And Jay says, what do we have to hide? There's nothing for them to hide. Jay says there's literally nothing he's embarrassed about. There's nothing that they could film him that he would be embarrassed about except for him jacking off. Video of him jacking off. Big Kev talks about jacking off after school back in the day. And it was nice when he got a girlfriend. Sean asked Jay about his first girlfriend, Karen, who worked at a video store. He used to want to fuck her best friend, Jay says. Kev talks about how hard it is for him to bust a nut at 65 years old. Sean asks about wrestling rats. JCW rats versus ICP groupies specifically, if there's a difference. Jay says he thinks they're a different type. Jay says the JCW rats are just wrestling rats before they're JCW rats. Sean talks about when they first showed up in WCW back in the day. Let's see. And they talk about Scott doing a Western Big Money Rustlers. Jay says him and Scott were really close, and he didn't know how to approach that with Kev. By the way, Kev brought up Scott. And Violent J makes a really interesting point here that I wanted to highlight a little bit. He says it feels weird to bring up to somebody like Big Kev, how Big Kev was close with Scott, like, hey man, I was really close with your brother. Because, like, you know, those two were like brothers. So he brings up how kind of weird it would be for him to bring that up, so he's glad Kev brought it up. Kev said that Scott gave them the stamp of approval, and that was a hard stamp to get, was from Scott. And so that immediately won Kev over, the fact that Scott would give them the stamp of approval. Let's see. Jay says he saw the movie The Wrestler in the movie theater with Scott Hall, and it put them both in a bad funk for the rest of the day. They tell some more Scott Hall stories, one about Shaggy being drunk at a New Year's Eve party and suplexing Scott Hall. Then they go into the drop-kicking Fred Durst thing. Kev brings up the Family Values tour from back in the day, and how he went to see that. Specifically, I think the second Family Values tour, because he mentioned Stained being on there, and I think that's the second year. Also, though, I believe that was the fucking tour that ICP was supposed to be on as well, but they got kicked off due to an MTV threatening to pull their sponsorship type beat. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm pretty fucking sure it's the same tour. Sean then asks about Woodstock 99. He thinks it's Woodstock 94 they were at, though. Jay corrects him. Jay tells the whole, every time they would do a festival back in the day, it would always be jugs in the front and normies who don't care in the back. Sean asks about the music business, having that disrespect for them. Jay says they don't know anyone in the music business like that. Kev says that's why they have their own label. Kev puts over their merch game quite a bit. Sean talks about announcing ICP for kayfabe commentary back in the day, the You Shoot DVD that they were going to do, and how they got backlash from their fans, and how all the fans changed their minds when they actually saw the interview and heard their wrestling story. Jay talks about backyard wrestling as a kid, the whole building their own ring out of railroad posts and garden hoses, all that stuff. Doing shows in their backyard, having Linda go get, Jay's mom go get the chairs and the hot dogs and all that stuff from the church. Lying about training and getting onto real wrestling shows. And stopping the wrestling because fans started to show up. Rap fans started to show up when knowing it was them without their paint. They talk a little bit about Jay going to North Carolina and learning to hate rednecks, learning about racists even. Big Kev says that racism doesn't really exist like that in Detroit. Jay says you can't walk around talking like that because you'll just get slapped. Kev went to college in Knoxville, and that's where he first encountered racism like that. He heard a white boy say the N-word, and he thought it was funny. And then he realized, oh, this motherfucker's being serious. Like, you're really racist? Like, that was Big Kev's reaction to first time encountering racism like that. Sean asks how close they grew up to each other, and they kind of figure out what neighborhoods that they grew up in. They talk about where they grew up in some titty bars as landmarks that Big Kev worked at. Kev is rocking his JWO jersey for this interview. Jay asks Kev, how many promotions have there been knockoff NWOs for that he goes to and works for? Because he's always the JWO when he comes to the JCW. Jay talks about his concept or their concept. He says ICP and Esham talk about this concept of having the matrix in the music biz. How if you're at the top of the game, you're at the top of the world, they call that holding the matrix or having the matrix. You got the game in your hands, so to speak. Kev on Kylie Jenner rocking the NWO Wolfpack shirt. He says, suck my dick. Vanilla Ice having the matrix back in the day when he came out. Kev brings up Ninja Turtles 2 for a little bit. Jay says Vanilla Ice fucked Madonna, but he always says no comment when he asks him about it. Jay points out that means yes, he did fuck Madonna because you would just say no if it was no. There's an ad break. We're only about 35 minutes in the breakdown. I'm not paying attention to the chat. I hope. How's everybody doing? Let me tap in with the chat. Emily's almost with me to interrupt this. I'm in and out of the chat because I'm playing Zelda. Is it still the Zelda that I have not beaten from last year, 2 years ago, however long ago that was? Hey, what's up, Grim the Kid? What's up, Sizz? What's up, Vincent Vega? Eco the Christian Juggalo. EKO the Christian Juggalo. Thank you for tuning in to the SPO podcast last night. I believe that was you in the chat. I do know that JCW Lunacy episode 1 is on YouTube, and I'm very thankful that they put that up there. Because all 8 episodes are apparently done and edited on some secret fucking YouTube channel. And I kept saying that on a couple of different streams, so I think that maybe got Jay to want to drop one of them or something. I hope. Hey, thank you for tuning in. All right, let's continue. Sean asks about WCW. Jay says WCW is where they had fun. He brings it back to the secret once again, Manifest Destiny, all that good stuff. Getting the chance to become a real wrestler on WWF, SummerSlam, painting up with Stone Cold and The Undertaker in the same locker room at SummerSlam. Jay says they got $2,000 every appearance for WWF. Now this is new. I don't think he's ever talked about getting paid. I believe the story was always they didn't get paid, and then they asked for this album commercial, for this Amazing Jekyll Brothers commercial. Now, let me know in the chat if I'm wrong, if he's talked about getting $2,000 a show before. I believe the story was always they didn't get paid and they were doing it for free. But yeah, they said they were getting paid he said they were getting paid $2,000 every appearance for WWF, but they were missing tour dates. But it wasn't that bad because they would tape Raw every 2 weeks. They would do a live Raw and then a tape Raw every 2 weeks. I think Monday and Tuesday. Oh, there's a bunch of Zeldas I haven't beaten, Grim. If we want to list Zeldas I haven't beaten, most Zeldas I haven't beaten. It'd be easier for me to list the Zeldas I have beaten. I've beaten Ocarina of Time. Ooh. I beat that sequel to Link to the Past that was for 3DS. I believe I beat that. I beat Breath of the Wild. I beat fuck, there was another newer one I've beaten. Shit, there's another newer one I'm forgetting that I've beaten. But I haven't beaten that many of them. Never beat any of the OG shits for sure. I've gotten pretty deep into the OG Link to the Past, but I've never beaten that too. I always get stuck on something late into that and then fucking never finish it and end up restarting it again and attempting to fucking beat it from the beginning. A Link Between Worlds, that was the 3DS one. Thank you, Ashel. Of course you would know that. That was a really good one. A Link Between Worlds should probably get a fucking remaster, no? That would be fucking... Have they remastered that shit? Or re-released that shit? I would love to fucking play that on the Switch. Link Between Worlds is fire. That's kind of underrated, I feel like. Or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it's slept on because it's on 3DS. You got me talking about Zelda, Ashel. See, now I want to play Zelda. Fuck this. I'm ending the stream. I'm going to play Zelda. We're going to go to Twitch. I'm going to play Zelda instead. Sorry, guys. If you wanted Insane Clown Posse Juggalo stuff tonight, I'm just going to go play Zelda now. Fuck this shit. Ocarina of Time is by far Ocarina of Time is like the first RPG I ever beat or like really even played like that. If you can call it an RPG, and I think you can. I mean, that really opened my mind up to RPGs because I thought a lot of RPGs were really fucking boring and shit. Yeah, I never got that far into Majora's Mask. I never even really played a lot of Majora's Mask. Okay, let me continue. Let's see, we're talking about the $2,000 appearance, the commercial they asked for them to run, WWF to run an Amazing Jekyll Brothers commercial. He wants to get on a podcast with Russo to ask him about the commercial. I think that's going to end up being part of the wrestling book, though. Because they say they want to get Russo for the wrestling book. And a couple of other interesting individuals. One specifically for the intro I'm going to talk about here in a little bit that's got me excited. I want to read that intro. I hope they can get that intro. Stay tuned. 1 second. Big Kev says it would be Kevin Dunn in the truck making the call to play the commercial or not. And he's fucking right. As soon as he said that shit from the backstage politics how I understand it from listening to Bruce Pritchard's podcast and shit, it would definitely be Kevin Dunn in the fucking truck who would be deciding whether or not to play that commercial or not. Jay being told that fat guys in WCW can't do the moonsault because of Hugh Morris, and Kev has a lot of fun with this whole thing. I didn't realize a mid-card guy could claim a spot like that, he says. Shouts out to Big Kev, man. He just don't give a fuck. I love Big Kev to death. I think Goldberg, there's another quote from Big Kev. This is good. I think Goldberg's first 10 wins were against Hugh Morris. Shouts out to fucking Big Kev, man. Fucking killing it with that shit. Sean asked Violent J what he weighs in at then. 280 to 290. He says he weighs about the same now. Talks about the moonsault in Japan. Kev asks if he got a call from Hugh Morris after he did the moonsault in Japan. They talk about the Brock Lesnar botch when he tried to do the moonsault and Brock hating the road. Kev tells a story about riding with Brock, and he's only 3 months into the pro wrestling business, and he already was hating the road. He already hated it. He wanted to get the fuck off the road. So the wrestling travel life, definitely not for Brock Lesnar. And you can tell by the way he's booked, they don't book him like that. Let's see. Sean asks, which is a more cutthroat business, wrestling or music? All right, this is the section where he talks about Ellsworth without talking about Ellsworth. He says he's been really hurt by someone in wrestling, but he doesn't want to mention his name. Says he looks like Goldberg, only more weak and feeble, which I think is what caused some people to falsely think that this was about Gilbert, which I guess is kind of understandable, but if you pay attention to this shit, I literally reported about all of this shit like a month ago, was texting directly with Violent J about all of this to get the record fucking straight, because some of the rumors that were floating around about this shit were a little wild. So it definitely is Ellsworth he's talking about with this whole shit. Doing the show and getting Yabo on the show, agreeing to he agreed to doing meet and greets, even though he didn't want to, because it was kind of sold to him like that would help pay for the wrestlers. Even though he wasn't getting paid. He's still doing this for free, mind you. I guess Ellsworth told him the first 3 rows come with a free meet and greet, but then they were clearly still selling them because the line never got shorter, and that caused Jay to start have a panic attack, and he had to get the fuck out of there. Because he realized the show itself was being held up until his fucking autograph signing was over. So that was causing even more panic in him. And he fucking got up and left. He called Ellsworth and told him to give all that money to Yabo. Just give it all to Yabo after he left. Yabo got $200 for all those meet and greets. Jay did the show for free, and it hurt him that he got screwed like that, like a physical pain. I miss you too, Don. Shouts out to Don. Rest in peace to Sid. I should have fucking opened with that whoop. That's in my notes, though. I'm in the fucking click this thing. Yes, thank you, whoop. Rest in peace to Psycho Sid Vicious. Kind of underrated in a way. I've been learning a lot about Sid since he passed. Some of the things he did kind of that he didn't have to do to put certain people over and shit, you know? Some of those indie shows he showed up at and shit, like the one in Wayne, New Jersey they were talking about on SPO Wrestling. I had no idea about that. That shit's crazy. Rest in peace to Psycho Sid Vicious. Sean asked Kev if he has any advice for people who go out to shows for free. And Kev really shines here and sign autographs for free. He basically cuts a promo on Jay without cutting a promo on Jay. Younger Kev would have fought them, he says. Nowadays, he just tells them to lose his number. If you see me, don't even fucking talk to me. You don't know me. Forget you know me. We are not working together ever again. Jay says he believes in revenge too, by the way, and he knows that that's a character flaw. Kev says, send me to hell. He thinks it's a Detroit thing. The revenge philosophy. Kev's dad told him they can only kill you once. Oh, is she coming? She coming. She gonna join me, y'all. Here she come. Ladies and gents. And see, I still got so much of this to talk about too.
Keep going.
Okay. Jay says he's not afraid of death. He's afraid of pain. He doesn't want to die because he doesn't want to hurt his kids.
Oh, the shitty lighting in here again. Hold on.
Yeah, we should just start turning on that other thing.
Bubble light.
Yeah, that adds like a really cool effect, like some pinks and blues. Vincent Vega with the $5 super chat. Missed you at the gathering. Humble. I'm a DM your Twitter. I need your email. Got some exclusive shit for your ear holes. Humbleamong@gmail. Now don't blow me up, by the way, motherfuckers. That's for Vincent.
I cannot lie at Gmail.
What? Matt, you got so many nuggets in the chat already.
Hey.
Yeah, we should just start turning that on. That adds like a nice little like bluish, pinkish hue to the lighting. We should just do that.
I know, Grim the Kid. I already know they got that toy. But this is the thing, though. This is how much I don't like anime type stuff. I thought it was Naruto.
Nassar Rihan. I might be screwing up your name, dog. Love meeting some of y'all at the gathering. Nasser. Yo, Nassar, you're a fucking teacher, dog? Am I to understand that right?
Oh, that's...
I realized only after the fact, getting home from the gathering, that Nasser's a school teacher, I believe.
So do you know?
I wish I would have interviewed you at the fucking gather, dog.
What's so funny about that?
Nasser, next time I see you, say, interview me. I'm Nasser. I'm the school teacher. Say that to my dumb face. Dog, I would love to get an interview with you if you're down. We can still interview. Fuck yeah. Let's do that next time we're in person, dog. What? What?
It's gone now.
What? You forgot what you were going to say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I screwed it up.
Me and Cassidy today were talking about how weird it is, like, when we started to get to the age where, like, our friends were school teachers, and, like, school teachers
I know what you mean.
like, you know, school teachers, like, they are just teachers, and they go home, and they go to their house, and they go to sleep, and they wake up, and they're teachers.
I remember some kids I
But
graduated
then, like,
with were, like, doing substitute
growing
teaching
up,
jobs and shit.
And my friends are teachers, and I'm like, you do cocaine, dude. Like...
Teachers are regular people,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I love you. And
We humans too, see? What Nasser said. All right.
You're right. So right.
Yeah, Jay says he's not afraid of death. He just doesn't want to die and hurt his kids. And this gets into some sensitive stuff for Kev, because Big Kev says that painfully his son has already passed. I know that's a very sensitive subject for Kev. And his only reason for living is doing stuff with his wife now. Going on vacations with her, because he spent however many years, 30 years on the road wrestling, and he feels like he didn't have enough time with her. So now he's been all over the world traveling for wrestling, and he's like, it's time, honey, now it's time for you to go with me on these things. So now that's why he lives, traveling with his wife, which I thought was really adorable and romantic. Big Kev says that he could be a tour guide in Rome and in Paris and in a lot of these cities. Can you imagine Big Kev taking you on a tour? That's the Eiffel Tower.
I love you
right
so
over there.
much, but I've heard that guy talk, and I don't think he talks like that.
He kind of does, though.
Okay.
He kind of does. If you listen to enough shoot interviews, he kind of talks like that.
Enough.
Let's see. That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yeah, right there. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, yeah, Graham, I saw this shit, and immediately I was like, oh, my ghetto ass needs that fucking airbrush rest in peace shirt. Like, for real. I love it. It's dope.
And my dumb ass was supposed to go and get it, but then I'm like, wait, which airbrush shirt was she talking about? I literally said
blue and white.
And I still forgot, okay? I just remember blue. I'm like, both of those got blue on it.
Whoop said, do the fucking voice. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Rate my Big Kev impression in
3.
the chat. 1 out of 17.
3.
I think it's decent. I mean, but of course I would think it's decent.
Bitches.
Let's see. Sean asks if there were any cities too conservative for ICP to play back in the day. Jay says nothing like that. But immediately to my brain, I think of that story about that southern fucking town they played where they had the Confederate flag at the top of the hall, and Jay's like, stopped the show, and he's like, I'm not playing until that flag comes down.
Hell yeah.
And Juggalos literally like stacked up on top of each other like Lincoln logs,
that's fucking lit.
and pulled that bitch down.
I think you tell me that.
Does anyone know? We got 10 out of 10, a 420. We got some pretty high ratings. 16, a 17, a 17.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's basically the same thing as my Scott Hall impression. I just do the same impression for both of them.
Oh my God.
17.
Lucy.
Hey. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. What?
I was just looking at Lucy.
Oh. So easily distracted, this one.
It's called ADHD, motherfucker.
Shout out your ADHD, motherfucker. But yeah, the Confederate flag story definitely comes to mind. But I mean, so yeah, they continue playing after the Juggalos rip this shit down. Jay says they're playing the same size venues that they played their entire career. Jay tells the story of coming out to Vanilla Ice in Detroit on the I Love the 90s tour gimmick. Big Kev brings up the Beastie Boys and said that they were ahead of the times too, and got shit when they first came out as well. Compares that to ICP. Kev brings up a Farmington, New Mexico show. Said that the crowd was one of the livest wrestling crowds. A JCW show, by the way, in Farmington, New Mexico, was one of the livest crowds he's ever performed for. Jay brings up that place was a meth capital. And he says he's got some really crazy stories from that show. Kevin Sean, X-Pac Sean Waltman, wrestled the Headbangers that night, and they let them do whatever the fuck they wanted. Basically, Kevin Sean, X-Pac, do whatever the fuck they wanted. Jay tells the Headbangers being stiff in WWF story, how one of the Headbangers tells the story that they were told to do that because ICP asked for more money. Jay says he gets fear in him when adults lie like that.
I'm so stupid.
What? What'd you
I
forget?
brought the dabs. I brought the dab tool. I brought the torch. You know what I didn't bring?
The dab?
The
No, you
dab
said the
rig.
dab. The dab rig.
Because I was distracted by brownies.
All right, Sean. Oh yeah, and Jay says earlier in his life when he was a kid, a teacher lied to him like that. Sean does a Blue Chew ad. Jay says he wants them as a sponsor.
Hell yeah.
They play a game called Detroit Guy or Florida Man.
Ooh.
And I guess don't look at this to spoil it. We can play this game in the chat.
Baby, I can't read that.
You can't read that?
No, I don't have my glasses
Okay.
on.
So here's the game. These are two real news headlines. One of them is a Detroit guy.
Okay.
The other is a Florida man.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
So it's real easy. Just pick which one is which.
Okay.
Here's the first headline. Man dies after tire exploded while being overfilled. The second one. Man arrested after throwing cocaine on the roofs of Red Lobster and Texas Roadhouse as he ran from the police.
That's Florida.
Now here's the thing. One of those feels like Detroit because it's car related. The other feels like it's Miami or something because it's
That's
cocaine
Florida.
related.
The second one is Florida.
It's a bait and switch though.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Florida is the tire one and Detroit
Should've
is the cocaine
fucking
one.
known.
Let's see. Sean is writing the ICP coffee table book on their wrestling careers. He wants Jim Cornette to do the foreword because he hates ICP so damn much. Oh, let's do it. Let's go. Please. I want that to happen so fucking much. They say the name of the book is Unaccepted, but then later on in the interview say that the book is called Never Accepted. So it's one of those two. It's either Unaccepted or Never Accepted.
You don't know though?
They say two different titles.
That's lit.
Because in this part of the interview, they call it Unaccepted, but then later on, they were calling it Never Accepted.
That's so lit.
Or Not Accepted?
Ask me about
Yeah.
my winner. That's Accepted. That's from the movie Accepted.
I've never seen Accepted. Yeah, I haven't seen the classic Accepted. Sue me.
Grow up.
I didn't see, what's the Britney Spears gimmick? I didn't see that.
Crossroads.
Yeah, I didn't see the classic Crossroads.
Actually,
Mean Girls. There was a lot of classics I was
Crossroads.
missing out on before I met you.
Crossroads, the guy she like went to go lose her V card to, is in Accepted.
Oh, see? Now we're playing 6 Degrees of Unaccepted.
Oh shit!
Or Accepted. Anyway.
Someone was just bumping some techno outside.
Let's see. Kev can only name 2 guys that have wrestled in WWF and WCW during the Attitude Era and have platinum records. And it's the Insane Clown Posse, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Jay says they always wondered what wrestlers said to each other while they were outside of a ring during a trios match with Vampiro. They just were marking out on Nitro saying, can you believe we're on fucking Nitro wrestling in a match? Jay took a stunner. Jay talks about getting the Muta missed. Jay brags about the JCW Legends show a little bit. How Piper and Kamala had their last wrestling matches at the Gathering. Talks about selling out the Rave in Milwaukee.
Piper Chapman and Kamala Harris. That's lit.
Yeah, right? The Rave in Milwaukee. This is a really good point, and he actually cuts this promo. I saw the beginning of the new JCW Lunacy. He cuts this promo in the beginning of there, too, that echoes this.
We're about to smoke some cat hair.
Hell yeah. So he basically says they sold out the Rave in Milwaukee for 4,500 people. And then 2 weeks later, ECW did the same damn thing. And it was huge wrestling news. It was all anybody could talk about in wrestling, how ECW sold this out. Even though JCW had already done the same exact thing. JCW, when they did it, nothing. Nothing in the wrestling press at all about it. No respect. And so he uses that to compare how, similar to in their music career, in the wrestling career, they're not getting respect either. That they probably deserve. I think that's the point he's using with the JCW Legends show as well. Not accepted in hip-hop, not accepted in music, not accepted in rock. Also because they're clowns, Jay talks about a little bit. This is one of my favorite quotes from the interview. In the Juggalo world, it's like I always say, the colder it is on the outside, the warmer it is on the inside. That's a Violent J quote that I really, really fucking like and relate with. It sucks to be ignored in wrestling. Kev says he doesn't have shit left from his career as far as relics. But he does have his 2 JWO jerseys. It's hella putting over JCW there. Shouts out to Big Kev, man. Sean says, okay.
Lord.
Sean says it forced them to do it on their own terms. Never accepted Volume 1 is wrestling, they say. Never accepted Volume 2 is music. So I don't know if it's unaccepted or never accepted. It seems like they were, I don't know. It's one of the two. It's got to be one of the two. Or not accepted. Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? Something with accepted in the title.
Thank you for the prayers,
Yeah, rest in
boys.
peace.
Lord. My God.
When he's too old to do this anymore, he wants to flip through these coffee table books. She broke it.
No, I didn't.
She broke it.
Stop lying to the people.
He thanks Sean and says he needs people like him to do projects like this. Another ad break. Huh?
My bad.
Another ad break. Get Blitz THC sipping syrups, which I think this is the company we had that slushy from. I'm pretty sure.
He had the Kevin Nash.
Yep.
But they were Delta 8.
Yep. Delta 8 THC. Delta 9? Delta 8?
Delta 8.
Delta 9. All right, and then we get into some fan questions here. A fan asks about his health and his favorite Kevin Nash Diesel match. He talks about getting the AFib procedure and how he's better after the procedure, but it could come back. He says his knees hurt real bad and that he definitely needs one knee done, and he almost certainly needs the other knee done at this point too, because he keeps leaning on his good knee to favor his bad knee a little bit more. So very much like Terry Funk, there's a good knee and a bad knee situation, but the good knee is bad too. So Jay's gonna have to probably get some knee surgery at some point. Kev relates to the knee thing. They talk about walking around. Jay talks about walking Mecha Wolf out at Triple Mania and how he didn't even want to walk him out, really, because his knees were so bad from walking through the airports. Let's see. They talk about meet and greets, standing up and sitting down. Kev says he has the fans sit next to him to take the pictures these days. Jay says they were talking about doing that for the gathering this year, but they clearly didn't end up doing that. If you've seen any of the VIP pics, everybody was standing up. Jay says the formation of the NWO is his favorite Big Kev match, where Hulk Hogan turned heel. As fans and wrestlers themselves, it takes a lot to shock them, and that made Jay feel like a kid again back in the day watching that. Had the same excitement. Also, a house show in Dayton, Ohio that they went to, and the Outsiders hadn't even wrestled on TV yet, and they came out to Mac 10's For Life and wrestled at a house show. He said that was another one of his favorite Big Kev moments. Kev tells a story about explaining to Hulk Hogan that all of their ideas come from rap music. Jay compares that comment to he compares the whole feeling like a kid again to getting your first crack hit again. After being high off of crack and chasing that first high or something.
Hell yeah.
Fan asked if Jay could reach rock star status in wrestling, but he would have to erase his entire history as a musician in ICP. Would he do it? Jay says, no way. He's proud of his legacy. Nothing to be embarrassed about except maybe some personal things like his drug use. He says straight up. Jay is, say what you will about Jay. He's definitely holds himself accountable with a lot of his fucking shit in these interviews. Can ask if he what the fuck? Let's see. A fan asks, it says can. A fan asks if he attended any WWF shows back in the 80s. He tells the story of going to his first wrestling show and seeing the giant Andre Has AIDS sign that several fans were teaming up to hold up.
That's weird.
Kev says that giants were always heels in stories, even if you go back to the Bible. And that's an interesting fucking point, man. Giants kind of are always heels.
Mean.
Kev says that he himself as being a bigger dude has always been hated for his size. How long does it take to get the paint on? 10 minutes, he says. 10 minutes to take it off as well. Refuses to say what brand, Marone or Mehron, however you say that, is the brand that they use. They talk about grease paint, no powder.
He don't want to tell the people, and you just...
He used to tell them.
You just ratted on his
Everyone
ass.
knows that shit. I feel like everyone knows. It's grease paint with no powder on top. A lot of clowns will powder on top. ICP doesn't use the powder on top. The grease paint breathes, blah, 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 blah. A fan asks Violent J's favorite question of the night, Michael Jackson's Human Nature or Stranger in Mascot, which is better? Jay says that's the best question of the night, but he doesn't answer it. He says, how can you really pick one? He does not answer the question. I've heard Human Nature. I'm not familiar with Stranger in Mascot. I'm going to have to check that fucking song out. That doesn't sound familiar at all. I definitely know Human Nature, though. Big Kev talks about dancing to Michael Jackson in a nightclub, being really fucked up, and there was lasers bouncing off of his face and pectoral muscles. And he said that was one of his favorite nights of his life.
Imagine him at Lost Lands.
I know, Big Kev.
He would die,
Big Kev killing it at Lost Lands.
He would die, dude.
Jay says he's had a really fresh life, meaning Big Kev. Jay talks about drive, self-motivation, and going for your dreams. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's almost the first of the month.
Wake up. Makeup.
Let's see. Drive, self-motivation, going for your dreams. With self-pride, you can do anything you want. I highly suggest going to check out that. That's about an hour, 50 minutes into the show. I would play you the clip myself, but I'm really pressed for time. We're already 46 minutes into this shit.
We didn't even get past the first thing that you're like, this is going to take me like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking a lot longer. My apologies. This somehow goes into politics and people disagreeing with Big Kev's politics a little bit. Kev clowns Trump here for a bit. Jay says he doesn't follow politics, but that his mom, rest in peace, hated Trump and educated him quite a bit on why Trump's a piece of shit. He also said that she wanted to snipe him. Rest in peace to Linda Harwood. Kev says that you need to get out and vote or he will win. Vote blue. Kev very, very, very left-leaning, or just Democratic in general. Yeah, shouts out to Big Kev for sure. Last question. Match or angle you loved and match or angle you hated. Didn't wrestle in MLW. He didn't want to wrestle in MLW because he wanted to have his Japanese matches be his last. But he ended up doing a battle royal in MLW anyway, making that his last match as of now. Hopefully he just makes that his last match. I don't know if Jay needs to be wrestling anymore. Jay talks about going to Ribera Steakhouse in Japan to get his fucking fresh-ass jacket.
Hell yeah.
And how he was waiting too long in the cold and he bailed, so he didn't get the jacket. Kev says he's got to go back to get it. Jay says he is going back soon, so he's going to try to get it when he goes back. And yeah, they talk about maybe having Violent J back on the show, maybe Violent J being a guest host on Kliq This while Kev is gone even. Yeah, pretty fucking fresh. All right, let's get into the show proper now.
Oh, hello, Bridget.
What's up, Bridget Bites? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, here's my rest in peace to Sid Vicious.
See, look, even Wake Up is nice to EC. That's how you know EC is the nicest, purest of souls. Because if Wake Up is, like, just being like, he's a sweetheart, and he's not being, like, trolly.
Wake Up sent me a message on Reddit. Because he figured out my Reddit name, and he was sending me messages on Reddit. And he said some really nice things about us on Reddit.
I love
he's
Wake
like,
Up.
you know, I started as a troll for STD, but, you know, like, you guys, like, it's really cool seeing you, like, like, your growth and, like, just all of this stuff. Like, he was saying some really nice stuff. Shouts out to Wake Up. I hope I didn't blow your fucking cover, Wake Up.
See, y'all, everybody was so,
Wake Up's low-key kind of a nice guy.
Like, Stony, love you, bud, but, like, Wake Up really,
gets on his nerves.
Really pisses off.
Probably shouldn't even say that, because now Wake Up's going to go extra hard at him.
But, like, honestly, though, you just gotta go with Wake Up's jokes.
Hey, shouts out to Umo. Shouts out to Molly. Thank you guys for joining us. Shouts out to Frankie. 9 Shadows. Out now.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that here in a little bit now that I'm in the proper notes. Yeah, shouts out to everybody pulling up, man. Let's tell the car crash story. I got a couple things to unbox. But let's tell the car crash story first.
Like, the car crash story is funny because of how small of a town this is.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny. So I guess I'm cooking dinner
I'm out here in this room. I'm on the couch over there. I hear a bang, a loud ass fucking bang outside. I go and look out the window and I go run to tell him. Or did you come running out here? Did you hear it too?
Listen. So I was
can't remember if I got you.
No, I came out here because I was in there making Pookie's pork tenderloin, and I was wiping out the pan so I could make the green beans, and I hear like a bang, and the first thing my head went to was these cats fucking knocked over a big ass piece of furniture. So I come running out with the fucking frying pan in my hand, and he says, a car just fucking crashed outside. And I was like, what the fuck?
Boom.
So we go outside, and there's a car in our front yard.
Well, we look out the window, there's a car.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we go outside,
Yeah.
we see there's a guy in there. We obviously, someone's driving it. I'm calling 911. We're asking if he's okay. He's talking. He seems dazed. He seems confused. But
See, to me,
his airbag went off, so maybe he hit his head. I don't really know if he's fucked up like that.
I had three options.
He's talking to us.
I had three options of what it was. I said either this is like a Alzheimer's thing, or he's in shock from the collision, or he's a fucking weirdo. I just got like
Spoiler.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
I legitimately got like weirdo fucking vibes. Now, just to like preface this, I should have been concerned when I saw that all the windows were foggy to begin with.
Yeah. So I'm on the phone with 911. 911's like, okay, he's awake. He's moving a little bit. Can you go? Is there liquids dripping out of the car? I'm like, Jesus, could the car explode? I'm like, nah, I know from Mythbusters that's like pretty hard to actually happen. So, his car is like banged up, but it's not like fucking super totaled or anything. You can't really see how much damage is to the front of it.
It looks a lot.
It probably is totaled.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but it's
100%.
not like yeah, he's okay inside the car type beat. So M goes around because I'm on the phone still talking to the lady. M scurries around to the other side. Thank you for the super set.
Yeah.
Yo, shouts out to Joe.
Hey,
Big shouts out
love
to Joe. All my
you.
favorite people in one place. P.S. Jerking off while driving a Nissan Leaf is wild. Wait for it, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Wait for it. It gets crazy,
You have
Joe.
no idea.
We've learned a couple of things that we haven't talked about.
Because the tow truck driver
Fucking A.
is one of my regulars.
Wait. We haven't even got to it yet. We haven't even got to it.
So
We're jumping ahead. So they asked to go get him out of the car. Emily goes around. Emily comes running back. And she's like, he ain't got on no pants.
He's naked.
He ain't got on no pants. He's naked. He's naked from the waist down. I go and look in the passenger window. Sure enough, dude is not got. I mean, I can't see his wang doodle or anything, but I can see his legs. I can see his bare ass legs.
This is the thing. I seen from far away that he was wearing a button-up shirt, but it was unbuttoned. A blue like striped button-up shirt, like a professional shirt. So I thought maybe with the airbags going off, it might have. I don't know. So I go over, and I mean, I didn't see nothing but his like old ass knees. That's all I saw, because the steering wheel and the airbag, and he was like moaning and groaning, but like he asked him, he was like, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah."
Yeah, now I'm really questioning some of those moans and groans. Holy fuck.
Oh my God, yeah.
So check this out. Police, EMTs, fire department all come. Yeah, I live streamed on Instagram if you want to see me kind of looking at it from this room out the window over there. Yeah, it's still up there on my Instagram if you want to see me live streaming about 10 minutes of it. And I realized at one point one of the firefighters is holding a dog. There was this little fucking terrier, pug, Boston Terrier that was in the car, shaken up and scared, but okay, thank God. There was a dog in there. So the next day, though, it takes about an hour to clean everything up. The next day, this is what it looks like the next day. So he fucking like went across the lawn, it looks like, and hit this planter gimmick.
No. He hit the planter and the building, bounced backwards, and slammed on the fucking accelerator.
So it like turned it?
So basically he bounced back this way and then just gassed it. The fucking cop, the little guy, he fucking explained it to me when he came and got his coffee the other day. He didn't even know that was our house. He goes, "Did you hear about that accident next door the other day?" I said, "Yeah, it was," or last night. I said, "Yeah, it's my fucking house. That's my front yard." Okay? I saw the naked man. And the next morning I'm at work, and the tow truck driver, who is like one of my regulars, we shoot the shit all the time. He goes, "Hey, guess what?" And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Porn on the iPad, cock ring." I was like, "Fucking."
He was watching porn,
excuse
rocking
me?
a cock ring while driving around, y'all.
And this is the other thing: 3 or 4 people in town had seen that I talked to that were just customers at work, and Kosuke saw a post online
Dry snitching on Kosuke.
like 7 hours prior that they saw an old man watching porn on an iPad while driving.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that
And
one.
so this is like 7 hours prior.
I forgot about that
okay?
completely.
So the whole town already knows about this guy. He just so happens
He
to
just
crash in
scooping
our
the loop.
fucking front
He
yard.
just scooping the loop, jerking the fucking thing, man.
So then that...
He's scooping the loop, gooning.
Yeah.
He's scooping
Beyond
the
the
loop,
loop,
gooning.
they saw him on the freeway in Brad.
he's just fucking cruising and gooning.
So then
Just
later...
a real cruise gooner.
Later that night, we're home, and there's a knock on the door. And it's the Popo trying to get a statement.
Yeah.
He goes, "Since you guys are involved, I'll let you in on some information."
7 hours.
He had court that morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
For lewd and lascivious acts.
For lewd and lascivious acts.
Yeah.
So in the state of Vermont,
So he's been doing some weird shit,
If
probably
you-
like this.
if you leave your house naked or you're not a distraction, you're legally allowed to be nude outside. However, there's an order against this guy that he cannot be nude outside. He is also a therapist at a very, very, very well-known mental facility.
The Brattleboro Retreat. I'll even say what it is. I don't give a fuck.
And like I immediately, because I have friends that have kids that have gone there, so I immediately messaged them. I'm like, I don't know, if you know this guy, but I'm just letting you know that guy was working there, and I don't know if he's had.
So he's a therapist.
Yeah.
How wild is that, y'all?
Yeah.
And like I was saying on the stream, if you guys watch the stream, I'm like, he didn't seem like a junkie. He seemed like a pretty
Because
well put
everybody
together
was like,
guy.
"Oh, I guarantee he's fucked up."
That's a new. I mean, that's a Leaf, a Nissan Leaf. That's not like a junkie's car. It was like new and shit. He had a very specialized Vermont plate with like pride flag on it, which I know costs extra fucking money. So like he's got the extra income to get the specialty plate and shit. So yeah.
This is the thing though, Ponix. I did not do no research. This town has about 44 people in it. Okay.
Brattleboro's a bigger town.
Nobody has fucking cars in this town, so everybody's on foot, so everybody's like chit-chatting and,
He's probably more Brattleboro based.
and
is what it is.
so
I need therapy from him.
Same. And so the tow truck driver that towed the car and the cop that handled it and the EMT that picked him up on the stretcher are all 3 regulars of mine.
Yeah.
Not only that, one of my customers heard him and saw the accident. One of the girls
Moaning,
that
getting
works
on the
at the gas station said she heard his moans on the
gurney,
stretcher like halfway
stretcher.
down a bridge. Okay. I mean, so this guy is a serial jerker off for public.
Yeah, a serial gooner.
Yeah.
I think you could say.
With the cock ring, and the dog in the car.
The dog in the car is disturbing too. I hope they're charging him with animal cruelty too, by the way, y'all.
Do you know
the
what?
cop last night said they're charging him
Do
with
you know
animal
what
cruelty
Alex
for
said
that.
when I was telling him about this guy and I told him about the dog? And I mean, at first I was like, shut the fuck up, but then I was like, ooh. He said, I hope there wasn't a jar of peanut butter in the car. And I was like,
Oh God, see, that's where my dark thoughts go. I hope he don't get that dog back.
I don't think he will.
I hope he don't get it.
Because he's getting charged with animal cruelty.
Yeah.
They can't give the dog back to him.
Poor doggo. Yeah, what illegal literally said that too.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that happened. So last night, I don't know, or 2 nights ago, no, last night was the last night that Mercury was in retrograde. Okay. It's been weird up in this town. Someone tried to rob the dispensary and the bank.
Your employee, without throwing his business out there, had something happen to him
Dog,
that
I'm
was
trying
similar.
to make HelloFresh day 2 in a row.
Probably shouldn't talk too much about
No.
that, not to put his
I'm
business
trying to
out
make
there like that.
Pookie's Firehouse Burgers, and I get a similar phone call. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody else. Crashed the fucking car.
Yeah.
Into the yard.
So anyway, that's the car crash story for you. Once again, if you just tuning in, there's this was Monday night. This was like Tuesday morning.
Dog, it's wild because for me, I'm literally like, with the way shit had gone the last week, I was like, you know what? Yeah, facts.
Oh, and by the way, the point I was trying to make with this picture, I forgot almost completely. So if you look over where our heads are on the screen right now, you can see the tail end of my car. That's the ass of my car. Like, so that's my little parking spot right there, right? Look how fucking close this motherfucker was. He so could have just, if it was angled just a little bit differently, he could have kept going straight and just nailed my car. Like totally, or he could have fucked it up and fucking hit the house.
So
he could have gone the other way towards camera, right where the camera angle is and shit.
The Brattleboro Reformer posted an article about it. They did not mention anywhere charges, being naked. Like, they did not bring that up at all.
It's wild.
I mean, it's been a weird fucking week, guys.
Shouts out to Big Red with the Cobes references in here. That is most definitely what's up. Anyway, I'm just thankful that even that guy, I'm thankful that guy is okay. I'm thankful the dog's okay. I'm thankful nothing got damaged. It's just very odd, very weird. Yeah, very weird. All right, let's continue on. I got a couple of unboxings to do here.
Weird, guys.
If you want to send us something, that's the address: P.O. Box 731, Bellows Falls, Vermont 05101.
Oh my God, do you want to know what's wild?
What's wild?
So I was telling my boss about how
Problem Child is wild.
I was watching like wrestling at the Gathering, and I was like trying to like, I guess, mansplain Juggalos to my boss, but I didn't know he knew, because I was like, oh yeah, basically.
Jugsplain.
I was like,
Ooh, I'm gonna cut myself again.
I was like, if you're a Jug, you're like pretty much a wrestling fan. He's like, yeah, like they used to wrestle, so that makes sense. Like, didn't they have their own promotion? I was like, oh, but you gave me so much shit, and he was so judgy when I told him I was going to the Gathering. Ooh, it's pink.
What are we getting here? It seems like a CD here. I think Problem Child sent me his CD.
Hell yeah. Oh my God, it's Jinx. Bitch,
Shouts out Jinx.
You. I love Jinx. There's a party in the trunk. Where's the party? The party's in the trunk. Who's in the trunk? That's what me and Jinx were doing during Scum Set. It was
no, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. It looks like he sent a CD and a bunch of promo stuff. I believe this was Problem Child who sent this. He sent me a message and asked for the address. Oh, he sent a bunch of stuff.
Hell fucking.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
that's pretty rad.
Mine. Oh my God, that's mine.
Some like.
Shut up.
Some pretty cool little slaps. A lot of random slaps here, like a little pot leaf.
Hey, I have that girl one.
Oh, a Dr. Doom gimmick here. Motherfucker definitely got a Doom thing going on. With his
the
gimmick.
party's in the trunk.
Oh yeah, some of these are his stickers, it's looking like. I don't know if these are all his stickers.
Yeah, this is a Problem Child sticker right here. This
Problem
is dope.
Child.
I like
Shouts out
this.
Problem Child.
Wait.
And his CD.
Oh no, I dropped one.
You dropped a whole bunch of them.
Oh no, give it to me. The donut though is my fucking jam.
Oh, that's the fucking Crystal Iced Tea. From Rick and Morty. That's fucking dope. That's pretty hilarious,
That's
man.
Mine.
Dan Harmon does the voice of that motherfucker. All right, and this is from, I believe this is from Nathan, the director of Off Ramp. We're gonna trade.
Wasn't you gonna send me a shirt?
Yeah, we were trading.
Yeah, bud.
Yo, what, dog?
Let me see.
This is a fucking label of the fake Faygo that's used in the movie. We gotta get that framed.
Oh,
Rockin' Raspberry.
Fucking
Juggo,
God.
it's called in the movie. Thank you, Nathan.
That just
That's
gave
so
me
fucking hard.
Goosebumps, dude.
We gotta get that framed. There's so much shit we gotta get framed for this wall, and I still gotta send Nathan his shirt out too.
Oh my
I got a bunch of merch I
God.
still have to bag up.
That's so fucking dope. Oh my God.
That's pretty hard.
Hell fucking yeah.
And Carnival provides Off Ramp. That's really fucking hard. Thank you, Nathan. I'm sending you the Humble Among
Yes,
shirt
it
that we
is,
talked
Christian
about.
Juggalo.
And people who've ordered shirts from humbleamong.com, thank you. That all is going to go to helping Missy wherever she is. She's sleeping over there right now. All of that's going to go to helping Missy from her operation. That helps us out. That's like a real kick in the old wallet right before the gathering.
I
So
keep forgetting.
humbleamong.com, anything you order, going to help pay for Missy's fucking surgery.
I keep forgetting that the rest of the world has not seen that movie.
Yeah, it's still not out.
And
September, real soon. September 6th, I believe, is the date. It's coming out on streaming and shit.
I can't wait for the whole. I
can't wait for the Juggalodian to see it.
It's not what we expected. It was so much better than I could have ever imagined, and it made me cry like a bitch. And it's so good. It's so good.
So we make an appearance very briefly in Tommy G's gathering of the Juggalos vlog. Apparently, Casca just sent me this right before we went live. There's my goofy ass filming a butt rocket at the Juggalette wedding that Tommy G was filming. So you're gonna get to see the reverse angle of Tommy G's crew filming this at the Juggalette wedding. Tommy G wanted to talk to us, I think, because I said I was a YouTuber too, but we weren't hanging around after the Juggalette ceremony was over because we had to go run over to the Scroll Keeper performance real quick. By the way, we did get the Juggalette wedding on film. So, and by the way, beautiful footage. There's bubbles floating in front of the frame into the camera angle, and it's fucking awesome. That's one of the best things I filmed.
I sobbed like a big
I'm excited
baby.
for you guys to see that.
Me
I'm gonna
too.
probably drop that as its own fucking.
You should send it to them first.
Yeah, I definitely will send it to them. Get an email from them that I should send it to. I'll send that the whole raw video to them, so they can do what they want with that. Anyway, new Faygo flavor. Jolly green apple.
You didn't respond to my message, so I didn't know if you got it or
not.
I
don't know. I haven't looked at my phone. I've been trying to set this up for like.
I forwarded you that like early, like hours.
Oh, it showed up like I couldn't see the fucking thing.
Oh,
it was one of those
annoying.
like click on it to view, and then you click on it and it does fucking nothing type beats. I did try to click on that. I had no idea what that was. So this is Jolly Green Apple. It's a new flavor. Shouts out, by the way, to JR Butcher Pete on X on Twitter, who hipped me to this. New Faygo flavor, Jolly Green Apple, coming out at the Arts, Beats, and Eats Festival this Friday through Sunday in Royal Oak, Michigan, at the Faygo booth. You can have this first early. It's going to be in stores late September as well. Shouts out once again to JR Butcher Pete for that little tip off there. I was very excited to try this flavor. This actually is because I like the other apple, the candy apple flavor, quite a bit, and I like apple flavored shit in general.
Same.
So definitely looking forward to that. Lazy and Crazy will be a vendor at Lost Lands.
Amazing. So
excited. I kind of got hipped a little bit early that this was going down. Shouts out to Nick Bazaar for doing this fresh-ass flyer. I kind of got hipped a little early that this was going down. Shaggy the Airhead hit me up and wanted to pick our brains because I think Nick tipped him off that we had gone to Lost Lands before. And I think he's already picked your brain, right? Because you just told him to eat the Wookiee dog? I just told him
to check out it. Because, no, he said that he's going to have to bring the oatmeal dino eggies.
Yeah, and you said in the comments. Really, he should pick her brain, though, because she's really the expert.
I've only missed...
So you got to be on the call if we were on a call with him or whatever.
I've only missed one Lost Lands, and then during COVID, when they canceled Lost Lands, I did Porch Lands at my house.
Yeah, she's been to every Lost Lands.
Except for
and
one.
she, I mean, even saw, but you saw, watched the other Lost, like you've been to... You essentially went to every Lost Lands, it feels like.
It's wild because when I first went year one, it seemed so huge to me.
Hey, Big Red, stay tuned. We actually are going to be doing a Faygo drink combo gimmick on the channel here real soon. A special live collaboration I haven't even talked to you about. Well, I'm not going to say too much more about it. We actually, something I was just talking about today with a homie. I'll tell you off air because I don't want to say what it is on air. But we are going to be doing a special collab drink combo on the channel. That will be happening, DJ Big Red. So stay tuned, dog. I'll tell you off. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I think you'll like it. It's an idea that a homie pitched to me today that we're gonna see if we can pull off. I want to show you guys Whoop telling this normie off.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, Taffy's account is set to private. Fuck. All right, I'm going to have to screen grab that and show you guys another time because you guys have to see that. Super funny. Go check out Lil Taffy on social media to see this clip of Whoop Conda telling the normie off. So I was on a couple of YouTube channels coming out of the gathering of the Juggalos. I was on Strange Suspicion YouTube. I did a little interview at the podcast event when I was interviewing people myself. I stopped and did a little interview with Strange Suspicion. Go check that out. That actually turned out pretty fresh. I was also on the Backseat Boys podcast and Johnny Cashmere's podcast, the SPO Wrestling podcast last night. Yes. And that was really fun. Thank you guys for having me on there. We're going to have the Backseat Boys themselves on this channel on the 8th. And Kosuke and Whoop Conda will be joining me to conduct that interview. So this is going to be one of the first times that I do like a collab gimmick interview thing. I think me and Stoney interviewed the director of
Taffy just sent it to me on text.
That ICP doc and shit.
I can airplay it or I can send it.
Yeah, airdrop it to the computer if you can, actually, and I can play it real quick with the QuickTime gimmick.
We're so tech savvy.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Taff.
That's my wife.
There we go. See if I can move that over. Just a tad. Whoop. There we go. That's better. This is so fresh. Whoop telling this normie. Actually, I'll just do this. There we go.
How you hear about the gathering?
How much time you got?
I mean, I got 30 seconds. Ramp it up.
All right, well, you're gonna need 30 fucking years for that one, bro. Get shorter questions.
He said, wrap it up, and he didn't even give him a chance to answer.
No. So, and by the way, look how douchey this guy is, because he's like already like trying to find like, all right, who's like the next guy I'm gonna interview?
Yeah,
Look at watch for
I got
this.
30 seconds.
Look at
Ramp
that.
it
You know,
up.
I mean, wrap it up, dog.
You're gonna
Wrap
need
it up,
30
dog.
fucking years for that one, bro. Get shorter questions.
Shouts out to Whoop for that. That shit is so fucking lit. I said Whoop is our hero for that, and I meant it. I meant that shit.
Him.
That is so fucking dope. All right. I'll also be on the Occult Rejects podcast on the 7th. Yeah. Kosuke interview this Sunday. A couple other interviews I'm trying to line up as well that I'm not ready to announce. But those are some appearances that I've done and that I'll be making and that we'll be having on the channel coming up. So subscribe, like gimmick, bell gimmick, fuck up the algorithm, get me out of shadow bans, do all the things. Here's some movies that we watched that I think we only briefly touched on last time. We talked about The People's Joker so briefly. I wanted to give it more time, but I don't know what else we can really say about it other than it being like, it feels like an extended Tim and Eric sketch.
This is my thing. It's like you can't really explain Party Monster someone,
yeah,
and they're gonna understand.
And this is like way more complex and crazy than Party Monster.
So like,
it's similar to Party Monster, by the way, too. If you like the vibe of Party Monster.
So like, there's no really explaining it. I mean, you just have to watch it.
Yeah, you have to see it. If you're a Juggalo, I think you would like it. If you're a Batman fan, I think you would like it because it's just such a weird. I mean, if you're a fan of copyright infringement and walking that line like a fucking tightrope act,
it was.
You should watch it. It's fucking interesting. I bought the Blu-ray because I'm like, they're not gonna make many of these Blu-rays. This is gonna sell out fast and end up being a fucking collector's item or something. I watched the movie, so yeah, People's Joker. Go check that out. I watched this movie, Megan is Missing, that I got. It was in a list of disturbing horror movies that I watched. And boy, is it almost unwatchable. It is
Yeah,
fucking
it's horrible.
So I was on board until like a little bit into it. It started to get a little pervy because and I don't know, having like a minor talk about some of the things that girl was talking about. I was like, yeah, this is like some creeper shit. I don't know if I can watch this, and I kind of tuned out. I think I turned it off at some point after the abduction happened. Spoiler. Yeah, I don't know if I can recommend Megan is Missing at all.
No.
I say Miss Megan is Missing. Older horror movie, found footage type beat. We tried to watch Abigail. This is a series of I tried to watch, by the way. Oh, I tried to watch Abigail because I've gotten that. I've heard some good things about Abigail. Bored as fuck with Abigail. Really slow start to Abigail. I feel like they needed to speed up the pace to Abigail quite a bit. I don't know. I might revisit that, but I don't think I will. Saltburn is another one that got recommended to me a few times. I finally checked out a little bit of Saltburn. I was into Saltburn in the beginning, but it slowly was losing my attention. I lost the threads of the plot, and then before I know it, they were at this mansion, and I had no idea why they were at this mansion. It's missing. It's gone.
Can't find it.
Oh, I see what you did there, Omo. But yeah, Saltburn, I don't know if I can recommend. It seemed kind of, I don't know, the pacing on that was weird too or something. It couldn't get my attention. But what we did watch, I showed Kosuke, because Kosuke, fresh off The Gathering, is diving deep into Juggalo culture.
Yeah.
And motherfucking, who is it? Odious as well is diving rather deep into Juggalo culture. Odious is listening to, he listened to he listened to Riddlebox, Great Malenko, and then I told him to check out some Esham too. So he's checked out some Esham at this point.
And he said he's fucking with Esham.
Yeah, he's fucking with it. He said For the Suicidalist is the best rap song he's ever heard.
Do you have a snake?
You have the snake for us, bud? Oh, thank you, buddy.
Can you bring me the snake?
I really appreciate it. Here, I'm gonna grab the snake. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, buddy. He brought the snake for us as an offering. Thank you. I got it right here. You want it?
Don't give it to Steve-O.
Oh, it's all wet. Stupid mouth.
Nick said, "Let us see the snake." We got the snake.
You guys saw the snake. Let's see the snake. All right. I want to talk to you about this. So this Crow movie is out. It's getting very mixed reviews. Very kind of, I don't know. I don't know about even seeing it at this point. Some of the reviews are so bad. But I watched a YouTube video about the Crow series. Yeah, okay. I was saving to tell you about because I was excited to tell you about this. I watched the video about the Crow series that went through every Crow movie ever made, and then like some ones that were never made, or like script ideas or concepts. There was one of them that I really thought was fresh, and I wish it fucking was made, that I wanted to tell you guys about real quick. So there was a movie or a script or an idea, at the very least, being shopped around for a while called The Crow Lazarus, right? And it was going to be a gimmick where it was based off of it was going to be a rapper who got shot and killed, and he was going to come back from the dead on some vengeance shit. And it was based off of Tupac and Biggie's murders.
Oh.
And check this out. They were going after DMX to be the rapper. And they were going to do a thing. It gets even crazier. They were going to do a thing where they were going to have two crows. Like, because it was going to be like two rappers beefing type beat.
Right.
It was based off of Tupac and Biggie's murder, right? So they were going to have two crows. One that was evil, like completely bad, and one that was a little bit more good. And I don't know which would have been which, but it was going to be DMX. I think that would have been the main character, probably the little bit more good one. Yeah. And the other rapper would have been Eminem.
Oh!
And they were both on board to do the shit. I've never heard of this shit. It was the first time I heard about it today in this YouTube video I watched. If you want, I can find the link and send it to anyone. If you hit me up, I'll see if I can find the link for this specific video. But yeah, it was going to be at Miramax. But one of the stale-ass Weinsteins said that they killed the movie because they said that there's no one that wants to see a movie about rap. Think about that. How fucking dope would have that been if it happened? Crazy. I want to talk about Nick Gage skipping some GCW shows. He was supposed to show up at GCW Homecoming this past weekend. He no-showed Brett Lauderdale, the owner of GCW, came out and cut a promo about it at the end of the first night of GCW Homecoming. And yeah, there's rumors of him being arrested for a possession charge. Those JCW shows might be the last time we see Nick Gage wrestle for a while at the Gathering. Those are the last shows Nick wrestled as of right now.
Oh my god.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to be following this story as much as I can. Kosuke said Nick Gage did do a live stream. I forget where he said it was, but he did a live stream and said that he was doing okay. Said that he had a good time at the Gathering. He actually was responding to a couple of Kosuke's questions in the chat and shit. But yeah, Nick Gage, something's up with Nick Gage because he no-showed the shows. He could not wrestle. And it's really unusual for Brett to come out and cut a promo like that. He really does not do that shit. Joe Bob Briggs is doing an Up All Night marathon on Shudder that we're going to try to catch some of this Friday. You're going to catch the first one.
I'm going to catch about 30 minutes of the first one.
Brandon Buck, by the way, I definitely am excited about that. 6 movies or some shit, so it's going to be all night and then some type beat. Very excited for that. GCW is Game Changer Wrestling Beast Mode. It's they're going to be doing an angle. They're going to be doing an angle with GCW versus JCW at the next Gathering. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is some sort of, oh, don't say, Goldie, don't say that. Don't say that, Goldie. Dog, don't say that. Kosuke, don't read that. Don't read that. All right, have a good night, Beast Mode. Brendan Buckingham, this is a really weird story. Brendan Buckingham did this vlog about a Philly rapper named YBL Dull. I think is how you say his name. YBL Dull is known as Mr. Disrespectful. He's a guy who went viral for digging up his op's grave for a music video.
I hope to fuck I am at the night. Oh, I see what he said. That was really confusing for my brain, sorry.
But yeah, he did this vlog that dropped. And then, like, that night or the next day, this guy, YBL Dull, got fucking killed. And if you watch the vlog, I actually watched the vlog. It's fucking crazy. There's, like, gunshots going around them all over the vlog. You never saw it. I watched the vlog. Frankie, you was such a hater head ass. I watched the vlog. Joe, but yeah, check that out, man. It's fucking crazy. I feel like Buckingham quite literally dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Buckingham really sticking his fucking neck out doing some of these vlogs. He's been doing really dangerous shit. Be safe, Buckingham. Jesus Christ. He's getting in beefs with DJ Academics now, I saw on Twitter earlier. Check out a couple of Joe Rogan podcasts. I got a couple I can recommend. Lou Elizondo and Bob Gimlin did a couple of episodes recently that I definitely fucking checked out.
Joe Rogan speak, though.
But this is some high strangeness. Bob Gimlin does a Bigfoot / horror themed YouTube channel, and that was a pretty good interview.
I could
and Lou Elizondo is a guy who is behind a Pentagon secret UFO program. He just released a book that's got a bunch of weird shit in it. The biggest thing from Lou's interview is this gigantic underwater what do they call it? A USO, an unidentified submerged object. That's like the size. Yeah, I saw that they did that. I did not watch it. It was good. I was curious about that one, actually. Sandler don't be doing interviews like that, really, so I was curious about that one. I'll probably check that one out, Fusion. Thank you. But yeah, there's a USO that was the size of an aircraft carrier that was underwater that they apparently have footage of and data of and all this kind of shit. And apparently when they see or encounter stuff like this, they're basically told to just kind of avoid it and go around it. Like, it's kind of like a known thing that just kind of happens, which is a pretty wild thing to say. But here's the thing about Lou Elizondo. There's a lot of fucking questionable shit about this guy. Like, he might not have even been working for the Pentagon. But he could just be discredited. I don't know. But my personal opinion on Lou is that he's maybe a disinformation agent of some kind. If I'm being 100% transparent with my opinion on the dude. think he is a disinformation agent. I think he's put out there to muddy the waters like a lot of these motherfuckers are. There's a couple of them out there that I definitely think are disinformation agents. I'm actually very skeptical of Corbell at this point.
I think they are liars.
I think even George Knapp I'm a little skeptical of at this point. Some of them I think are used, whether they realize it or not. Well, what's the one? There's a YouTuber, Vetted. If you guys know this YouTuber, Vetted, God, he is, I mean, I'm just like, fed. This motherfucker's a fed, dog. Anyway, Ronnie Radke has filed a defamation lawsuit against Anthony Fantano for a fucking review video. I want to show you guys this bronze HST statue, which I thought was so fucking cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to resize this. Ooh. Oh, that's huge still. We're getting there.
I'm gonna have to make dinner soon. It's 9 o'clock and I gotta open.
Okay. Well, you guys can see that. Hunter S. Thompson, bronze statue.
It's wild.
Some better angles of it here. Yeah, look at that. I don't know, I'm a big HST fan, so I just wanted to nerd out and show you all that real quick. What'd you read in the chat? Who's making fun of me?
Nothing. It was funny that you spent all that time like moving it like.
Yeah, I know, just to show. Well, I'm gonna have to show more stuff. I'm gonna have to show more stuff with that screen anyway,
Really
so I
makes
needed to
you want
resize
some
it.
orange juice.
Jelly Roll. I guess I might watch these on Twitch. I have a bunch of YouTube clips. Jelly Roll talking about ICP on Howard Stern. Kung Fu Vampires, the Love documentary. I have some SPO wrestling stuff. I might just watch these. Oh, what I do want to show you is this little baby. This little wuss. Old wussy head pants. I stopped the show for a quick second because this almost hit me in the face. Great aim. But I immediately thought it was a hater trying to throw something at me, so I got upset. But now that I realize it was actually a fan, I just want to say thank you and I love you. But throwing things at my face is probably not the best way to get it to me. But just know I love you and appreciate you. So, yeah, I think this is a good reason to why Pouya bitched out the year he bitched out. I
wish you never showed me that.
I definitely don't think that he fucking was sick. I mean, I had the theory immediately that motherfucker was not sick because the very next fucking night they're back on tour
Taffy
playing shows and
just
shit.
Says that her and Woom know a guy who was hired to babysit Hunter S. Thompson through college.
Yep, he had a couple of different assistants, if you will, that were basically handlers. Handlers is probably they would try to get him up for the day. There's a really good article about his how bad of an alcoholic honestly he got towards the end and what he needed to get going every day just to function and like attempt to write something.
I fucking really wish you didn't just show me that.
What, Pouya being a bitch? Hey, I've already lost so much respect for Pouya. It's a pile on at this point.
He said he don't even like he thinks big bitches is
yeah
nasty.
that shit.
And I'm
fuck
a big
him for
bitch,
that
but
shit.
you know his voice is kind of smooth.
Sauce Mula. God, I always fuck up dude's name.
Sauce
Mula has a new project coming out called Sleaze Religion. That's like 29 tracks. Got a music video for it for a song called Boogie Main. That's really fresh. I want to talk about this song. That's like a year old, but Health did a cover of Be Quiet and Drive by Deftones that they just dropped a music video for, and I didn't even know they did a cover for this shit. That shit's really hard. Go check that song out. It's really good. Will Gates got a new single out. PG-17 is an album, sort of a promo track, if you will. Shouts out to Will Gates. Will be at the Float.
That's my son, bro.
What, tomorrow I think Will Gates is performing at the Float. We're gonna look at the schedule here in a second. Jane Doe dropped a music video for Doyo.
Yeah, she did.
And it's really fucking fresh to see Jane in her element like that. Shouts out to the Poof.
So good.
Shouts out to the Flower Poof effects.
So good.
That shit is fucking fresh. Shouts out to Strife.
Goosebumpies.
9 Shadows now loading. They announced 9 Shadows and dropped 9 Shadows. Devereaux, Darby O'Trill, Spliffy, Cold Blooded, Acetone Boogie, Death Plus, Frankie Goldie, Shaggy the Airhead, and Sagan Umo. 9 Shadows out now. But why all the changes? Why did it go from 9 Shadows, the number 9 with a Z, to now it's an S, to now it's 9 spelt out? Why all the changes, Frankie? Are you not in control of all of this? Darby teasing his new record, which I can't say the name of.
Shanks,
if
don't
you
lie to me right now.
If you're smart, you figured out the name already. I have a really fresh Darby interview from The Gathering where he kind of drops the name in the interview, and I really can't wait to drop that, but I need Darble's permission to drop that because he does say the name of the next record in there. This next record, though, Huff Face, Huff Face, Huff Face. This album makes everything else I've done look like demo tapes. Shout out to Maisie66 for these insane mixes. My wig is flipped, flopped, frizzled, and fried, bumping these joints right now. So, new Darby probably coming out relatively soon. I'm assuming an October, November drop is my assumption. I really have no idea when it would be dropping, but I'm assuming after Ouija drops Psycho Babbel, September 27th, that Darby's going to be right behind him.
Maybe it's time to make things a little bit faster.
There's her Kim Dracula impression. Psycho Babbel, like I said, drops September 27th. There's a new single coming out this Friday. Ouija did, let's see. I guess I was going to... You guys want me to talk about the whole Ouija gun shooting thing?
You got about 4 more minutes before I gotta make dinner.
All right. I
don't want to talk about it. There's too many varying opinions, and I just don't want to talk about it.
I guess I'll do that on Twitch too, because those are a couple of clips I can watch, and I can do my rap over there. I'm gonna do a Twitch stream where I watch a lot of these random videos I've been meaning to show on here.
I got my own opinion about it, but.
Chapter 17 has a bunch of Gathering leftovers. This is Gathering garage sale. Chapter17records.com.
I don't know if there's any more of these. Is there?
Yeah, there is some of those.
All right,
there is some of those on. Last time I checked, stuff is selling out though. Psychopathicvault.com also has a leftover sale going on. The YouTube channel Trash made an anime music video for Baton, which is kind of a fucking big deal that I haven't seen.
Song.
Kosuke hit me to that. That's kind of a big deal. Yo! Hey, Carnage. Is that Carnage from horrorcore.com days? Hey, shouts out to Carnage. I'm pretty sure that's a motherfucker from horrorcore.com back in the day. I recognize that name. That just threw me in the time machine, dog.
We need
God
Emily
damn.
slanging plates at next year's gathering.
Hey, whoop whoop.
I'd pay good money for a home cooked meal. Listen, I need my cooking situation to be correct to give you correctness.
I mean, that's not a bad idea though. If you fucking pulled up with like
the rice cooker.
I mean, the lumpia?
That's true.
If you pulled up and did lumpia, that shit would go. I mean, as fast as you can make them.
Yeah.
I see you, Pug.
So
Shouts out to Carnage, dog.
This is the thing. Like, I could roll all the lumpias and put it in a, like the metal thing. We can put it in the Yeti.
Frankie, where's that clip of you doing that?
I will bring supplies. Fuck yeah, dog. I love feeding motherfuckers. Do that. I do love to feed people.
We should do that, honestly. If you did some fucking Filipino food, do the machada.
Who wants to eat hot ass?
That's a good
beef
point.
in
the
middle of summer outside of the gathering.
Good point.
That sounds.
That's
horrible.
a good point. Hey, you got me. That's dumb as hell. Hot ass soup too. Okay.
I can make halo halo though.
Ouija did this Facebook Live.
I will bring you veggie lumpia. I could totally do that. Are you kidding me? Fuck yeah, bud.
Yesterday he did this live.
Soupchly was. It's true.
Wait.
Okay. So I gotta go make dinner,
yeah.
y'all. I love all of you, but what
do
am
this
I?
Ouija live wrap
what
up.
am I making?
Whoa! Someone just subscribed to the Twitch. I gotta turn that shit off.
Oh my god, bro!
So I have this OBS open that I use for both YouTube and Twitch. It's the same setup. So the the Go to Humble Among on Twitch to scare us some more.
Nobody clip that, please.
It happens almost every
right.
other stream at this point.
I'm thinking katsu. You want me to make the katsu? Pork katsu with rice?
Yes.
This white boy ain't been with me long enough to even know what a katsu is. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
M left her body. Oh my god.
All right, let me do this. You go cook.
M left her body is killing me though, Bridget.
She gonna still be in the chat and probably popping in a few more times. You know how it be.
Or I'm gonna be fucking dancing my motherfucking ass off to dubstep. Oh, by the way, so 2 back-to-backs for Lost Lands. That just a bunch of them, but I don't really care about any
new ones.
Except for these ones, yes.
Oh, and they're doing some sort of golden ticket thing.
So let me tell you something.
Where you get a free ticket for next year's Lost Lands.
Roscoe, B2B, Caspa, which is my 2 favorite UK DJs.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be fucking.
Those are my 2 favorite UK DJs of all
Roscoe's
time.
the one we went to see at Forest,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Sippy back-to-back with Smokeland.
Whoa, really?
For real.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
That's actually really hype. I mean, we missed Sippy, but we kind of didn't miss Sippy last year, so to actually fully see her with that's gonna be fucking hype. Okay, I see you.
Oh wait.
Full schedule's got to be dropping soon.
Taffy, I'm about to send you this picture of Preston right now. You're gonna fucking die. Just so you know.
All right, OUIJA MACC did this Facebook live stream.
Okay,
I'm
bye.
gonna break down,
I love
play
you
you a couple
guys.
of clips. Oh wait, before you go, real quick, I want to play you this. All right, so let me get to the point, but it'll be just 1 second. OUIJA just got back from the Tesla dealer, and he got his brakes lubricated. He apparently wanted to get new brakes because he had the Tesla for 4 years, but they said no. The brakes on a Tesla do not need to be replaced like that. They have regenerative
I can't even say
regenerative. I
I'm
can't
high
say the
as
fucking. I'm
hell.
too high to say the word right.
Same.
Regenerative. I think I said it closer.
Regenerative. It doesn't even sound like a word no more.
I think I misspelled.
Secret EDM
Anyway.
Festival, baby.
But they don't need to be replaced like that. But if OUIJA dies in a crash and burn type scenario, go blow up Elon. All right, so he then plays this AI remix. I didn't know they had gotten to AI remix in OUIJA. So this is Ripped Velvet done in an AI style. Nope, this isn't. This isn't. But this is. Look at this face, though. Wait for this face, guys. What is that? This is the same channel that does the ICP ones.
Basketball shorts and a gold chain, hanging with the AK, shooting like Rondo. Spray a motherfucker right in front of all us. Always talking shit, you better tell him.
Yeah, but I don't like the face.
I feel like you can hear it's AI too. It's got this weird It's just crazy that they can even do this. It's like getting really close. The Uncanny Valley is getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, the Purple Love shit's pretty fire, man. Mikey Clark played one of them at the DJ gimmick in the tent, and it was a new fucking new emoji, I think. Holy shit. Can you send that to me real quick?
Yeah.
Or airdrop it real quick?
Yes.
I'm gonna put that at the end of the stack. Oh shit, that is funny. Holy shit, hold on guys. Oh shit, that's funny as hell.
Thank you, Taffy,
Yeah,
for
thank you,
always
Taffy.
screenshotting my stupid ass faces.
Alright, add files. Is that the one? No, that's a numbered one.
I'm fucking dying.
Oh, where is it? Oh, it's one of those HEIC ones. How did I convert that to a JPEG? Stupid fucking HEICs. All right, well, I can't show you guys right now, but stay tuned. We're going to definitely show that at some point. God damn. Oh, see, I went all the way back. All right, now we got to go through all the fucking stack already. All right, we're at
Okay, love you
psychobabble
guys,
stuff
bye.
anyway. Okay, caught up. Say bye to M. Say bye to M.
Bye, bitches. Bye,
I'm going to do this,
Bye, bitches.
the rest of this OUIJA MACC Facebook
I'm
Live.
about to make this white boy some pork katsu.
Yeah, you hear that? You hear that, y'all? I'm about to have dinner made for me. I'm fucking starving. Okay. Let's see. Where the fuck was I? Oh, yeah, the AI song. He loves the song, but he's not a fan of the image used of his face.
Me neither. Bro.
Yeah, definitely looks like Ouija Bieber.
It looks like Jim.
You know what it looks like?
Ouija.
It kind of looks like the Aaron Carter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's who it looks like. After Aaron
got.
got the face tattoos and got all drugged out. Looks like Aaron Carter.
That was weird. I hated that.
Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, he does say he loves himself some Al Green and James Brown. Says to go listen to Al Green and James Brown if you've never listened to Al Green and James Brown. Says go to iTunes and pre-order Psychobabble. Go to iTunes and pre-order Psychobabble and leave the message "Humble Among" sent me in a review if you do pre-order it, so to let Ouija know that I sent you there. There's a lot about this album. This album's going to have a lot of things in it that are things revealed in it about where we're headed, is how Ouija puts it. He says it's a very important album. He could have let Dark Planet breathe a little bit longer, but he said, fuck it, I'm dropping. He says, life is short and I'm even shorter. September 27th, Psychobabble dropping. First, after he gets to 100 5-star reviews on iTunes, he is dropping the first music video. This Friday has a single dropping. New tour announcements coming, plural, multiple tour announcements coming. Gathering garage sale on the website, chapter17.com. Then he plays 3 songs in a row. And I'm going to play you that clip of these 3 songs in a row. Whoa. All right, that's not where that is. That's where that is. All right. Mm-hmm.
Terry, let's go.
Hey, shouts out to MP for the $20 super chat. Much appreciated. Keep them humble. I forget the lyrics make you. I think that's about me forgetting my lyrics. So I'm pretty sure that he played this at the Chapter 17 function. Oh, I see what you're talking about, MP. To make him humble, fucking Iron Sheik sample.
Psychobabble is coming, Ronald.
Cheese, stop it with that.
Bitch, I do not give a fuck. Shut your mouth. Shut the fuck up. You on form rag. I know someone didn't smoke. Put yourself ahead with the others in the cover. Running at the room with these pussy motherfuckers. Softer than some fucking rubber baby buggy bumpers. Biting on my shit.
Hey, shouts out Chopper Loco.
Call your mom before I call your mom. What's her number? Oh my God. Can I make the song of the song? Bitch, I do not give a fuck. 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 Bitch, I give a motherfucker. Bitch, I do not give a fuck. Bitch, I do not give a fuck. Bitch, I do not give a fuck. Hey, woo woo.
Oh, I ain't mad at you,
And
Cheese.
also,
You know I love
bitch,
you,
I do not
Cheese.
give a fuck. Bitch, I do not 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 give a fuck.
You better not be crying.
Listen, little bitch, I got some wisdom for
I love you, Cheese. Now I'm mad at you for crying.
Yeah. 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 Howdy. Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, good fucking call on that, Taff. That's definitely that one, right? Track 15, if you will. Yeah. More of us in the background of Tommy G. Thank you, Scotty. Yeah, we're in there a couple of times, it looks like. Fire Juggalo. I think that says Juggalo though. That fucking singing on the hook, that secondary part. Yo, that secondary part though, I fuck with that. Shouts out to Maisie in the chat.
Any motherfucking way. Any motherfucking
Right,
way.
we got another clip.
Psycho Babbel is coming. It's too late now. It can't be stopped. It's happening. It's on the motherfucking way. New song Friday. Physical pre-orders.
All right, let's go to that other clip. There's one more song he played. I'll try to figure out what that one is.
Motherfucker.
Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Results have shown Solutions.
Blood on my clothes, nobody knows. How's it look? Nobody knows. Yeah, you ain't got no damn soul. You a shell, you in hell. You get stomped like a roach. Yeah, bitch, you talking to a ghost. I can feel your skin get cold when I'm close. Yeah, and I know that I'm gross. Put a hole in your skull. Should've known, don't approach. I just got a damn shitty saying I'm the goat. I should pull up on this bitch and slit her fucking throat. I don't want no baby ever saying that I'm dope.
Hey, whoop whoop. Shouts out to Juggalo watching at work.
I can burn this motherfucker down, say I won't. You're already burning, you don't need to smoke the smoke. Wiki speaking spells in that old damn phone. Yeah, wiki life, wiki shit, get spoke.
Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Delusions. Results have shown that delusions.
Delusions.
Results have shown pure psychosis. Results have shown delusions. Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Delusions. Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Results have shown delusions.
Slip through my funeral, unusual. Get up out the dirt, get the mud up in my cuticles. Pharmaceutical, still I'm delusional. I just got a DM who be saying that I'm whack. Got another one saying fuck you with your neck. Cooling in the train, black cat in my lap. Eavesdropping on your prayers, homie demons got me dead. Everything you wishing for, never gonna give it though. Rant up a juggalo, never been fishing no. Got you in position, ho, back to start the ritual. Surreal, criminal, bitch, ass should've known.
Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis. Delusions. Results have shown that delusions. Results have shown pure psychosis.
Results have shown delusions. Hey, whoop whoop.
All right. I'm not all caught up, though, because I kind of skipped some of the things before that last song. So physical pre-orders will be up soon. New single Friday. Insanely dope merch. Oh, wait. Here we go. Insanely dope merch drops will be happening. He says there's a very special mystery item. Yeah, how he does the buy 5, you get the mystery item. He says it's something that's never been done before that he's wanted to do since he was a kid. So this is a dream being realized with this mystery item. So this is a real special one this time. If you buy 5, and this is something I never realized, I don't think, or I forgot at least. So I figured I'd bring it up again. If you buy 5, you automatically get one, right? You automatically get the mystery item. But he also said that every 5th person that pre-orders automatically wins a mystery item, which I did not fucking know that he was doing that the whole time. So shouts out to OUIJA for actually hooking people up for every 5th item. I think that's something I've definitely talked about before, but I completely forgot that that is something. I think I might do the 5. I'm very curious what this thing is going to be, so I might do the 5 gimmick and then do some giveaways with some of those extra copies and shit on the channel here. Okay, once again, if you have an iPhone, pre-order on iTunes. Let them know that Humble Among sent you in the comments, in the comments, in the review gimmick. Right, Humble Among sent you. We're trying to fuck up the algorithm. Operation Juggalo Takeover says he thinks that Spotify goes by the New York time, and that Friday, when the song drops, you might be able to hear it early. Like, for example, if you're on the West Coast, you can hear it at 9 p.m. On Thursday night, because it's set to drop New York time. He plays that one last song, and that was the one I just played. So OUIJA also said earlier today that apparently some of these new songs, I think he's talking about the new songs for Psychobabble, were recorded in the same studio that Michael Jackson? I recorded a bunch of songs in the same studio where Michael made Thriller. It was creepy. New Music Friday, new merch even sooner. And this is the fake Michael Jackson wrestler from JCW. And then he posted this odd MJ meme, jihad meme. I don't even know what that is. But also there's some little clips here.
I don't give a fuck. All my
actually a different one.
Won't smoke, I'ma fill your fucking chimney up. Yeah. Till the cops call Kevin up. I ain't even tripping, I'm just 6 in my 11 up. I don't give a fuck while you jocking and you stocking. Mad cause I'm popping, boy, it's sad that you watching. You ain't mad at me, you and your dad got the problem. Cause he raised a bitch, what that got to do with me? Nothing. Bitch, I do not give a fuck.
Oh yeah, this is one of the ones we just heard. So there's another clip on another Instagram post. One of these. I think this one. Oh, see, it always does the thing because I'm not signed in. Yeah, go check out that other one. There's another one on another Instagram post. We're wrapping this up now. We're almost done, y'all. I'm gonna just barely get over 2 hours for once. These have been long lately. So yeah, Psycho Babbel pre-orders coming very soon. Apparently, it was saying I think in the next day. They might even be up now. Should just go check. I'll check real quick right now in case they are already up. Probably should just type that into the browser here. Yeah, see, not even up. But the garage sale is up. Leftovers from the Gathering of the Juggalos, Chapter 17. Records.com, Chapter17.com. Fuck Cyrex, indeed. I just saw Fuck Cyrex and I could not help but read that. All right, Tom Woods' The Float is a thing that is happening tomorrow. I think it starts tomorrow. And, Violent J. Oh, is the Violent J thing gone? Why is that gone? That's weird it shows up like that. All right, I'm going to have to read the Violent J thing. Let me just read it to y'all anyway. It's just a text image. I don't really need to fucking show you guys that anyway. I do have to fucking pull it up, though. There it is. Is it because it's a PNG? These motherfuckers aren't going to save PNGs anymore. Stale news update, ninjas. Unfortunately, due to prior commitments he was not aware of and cannot get out of, Violent J will not be at the Tom Wood float this year, but we encourage all Juggalos to still come out with so many underground legends and super fun, dope-ass events. Even your mama said you can stay up extra late this weekend and peep all the freshness. And I just wanted to say on here that it's worth it to me just to go see the homies Will Gates and Darby O'Trill. And it looks like the fucking... let me get my dumb face out of here. It looks like the float has a pretty dope lineup as far as, like, fun stuff to do. I definitely want to check out the float one of these years. It's just tough timing because it's always in between Gathering and Lost Lands, and it seems like Gathering and Lost Lands. Yeah. Is he actually opening for that motherfucker? Yeah, I can't even fucking read this thing, huh? He is the first night, right? Oh, no, he's second night. He's Friday. I thought it was Thursday. There's not even musical acts on Thursday. So William is on Friday at 6:30. Definitely go check out Will Gates. Let's see. But yeah, no Violent J. Kung Fu Vampire. That's what I was going to say. Kung Fu Vampire stepped in to fill in the headliner position for Violent J. Yeah, pull up for Will Gates and Darby, man, because to me that shit's worth it alone. The Aftershock Festival is something going down in October. I think that's West Coast. I'm trying to make sure I'm not skipping any other shit. Oh yeah, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but the Wacko the Kids song Bloodbath with Violent J was on BET, and that's the first time ICP ever been on BET apparently. So that's pretty fucking crazy. I don't think I talked about that last time. All right, let's go through these last couple of little appearance things, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the Hot 97 shit and a little bit of quick Shaggy Show stuff. I might honestly, we'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling for the Shaggy Show stuff. Yeah, there's a couple of interesting acts booked for that float, huh? The chat's kind of going crazy for some of those sort of rebel flag rocking acts that got booked for the float. There's a couple of them that I saw mentioned in the chat. Interesting, huh? Yeah, HalloWicked has this Train of Terror tour leading into HalloWicked. Gonna be 6 dates, I think is what they're saying. Starting October 23rd, leading to HalloWicked. They want to do a gimmick where it's gonna be a fucking train, a caravan of Juggalos all staying at the same hotel, following from each city to city. They're gonna do a package for all the tickets and hotel packages included. Yeah, it's a little interesting gimmick. I think Jump Steady's very nervous. Oh, by the way, info@juggalogathering.com. If you email that, all of your receipts for your gas, Jump Steady's paying for all of the gas. So just make sure you email info@juggalogathering with your receipts for all of your gas for that tour. Jump Steady said he's coming out of pocket and he's paying for all the Juggalos. So make sure you really bomb that email with gas receipts. I know he would appreciate it. HalloWicked flyer dropped at some point this last week. I think this is a new image. I don't think they've dropped this before. So I wanted to show that. HalloWicked is at the Masonic Temple. Once again, prices I think in tickets are up for that. I think it's $150. General admission. I know some people were kind of complaining about the price point, but it is what it is. Juggalo weekend will be in Worcester. Very excited for that. JCW Lunacy dropped. We talked about that a little bit already on here. It's the first episode of the new JCW Lunacy, which is looking pretty spiffy and clean, man. I'm really excited to see the full episode. I only just watched the intro to see the quality a little bit. Tom kind of already hates me. I don't know what Tom Wood thinks of me. I've met Tom Wood like easily 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Who knows? I've talked to him multiple times. Every time Tom Wood sees me, he looks at me like, I recognize him, but I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Frankie, that's a hot take. Frankie says he's a bigger Michael Lawless fan than he is of Hex. That's a hot take, Frankie. That's a wildly hot take. Well, I know Devereaux's a big Michael Lawless fan, too. Devereaux got me to listen to Michael Lawless's album because he said it was so good. He made me listen to the full album. He really strong-armed me into it. Like made me listen to it. He held me to it, as he put it. Let's see. I have more to get through. Hot 97. I'm really being a silly goose here. I need to calm down. Hot 97 interview. Let's go through this. Ebro opens asking about the gathering and if Violent J is still recovering. Jay says that the word for this year's gathering was fluidity and that everything went very smoothly this year. Old school Juggalo tradition, fucking up the porta potties. He says that the porta potty community really spreads the word about not selling or renting to them at the gathering, making it really hard for them to find porta potties. And that you can't do the festival without porta potties. They found last year, it was very last minute they found porta potties, but this year I think the portas once again were pretty good. I feel like that's the one he made me listen to too. Fucking A. Shit. What was I saying about the portas? Oh yeah, they were really good this year. I think I really lucked out though, because anytime I used them, like, what, I think I said 2 times on here earlier, but I think I realized it was like 3 times. Anytime I used them, they were clean, or like literally I lucked out and got into one like right after it was clean. Little pro tip, by the way, down by main stage, it seemed like there wasn't as many portas, but you could apparently just like walk through that one little open gate area and keep walking, and around the corner there's like a whole bunch of tucked away porta potties that were like secret porta potties, like down by main stage. I don't know if y'all Team MUJ fucking hit me to that shit, that shit, that there was fucking secret porta potties right there that not many people have figured out were over there. I certainly didn't. Fucking Gangrela, that's how you say it. Thank you, Frankie, for the spelling it out like that. We got a lot of Lawless fans in the chat, it seems. Let's see. Old school Juggalo tradition, porta potties. They ask about Rakim a little bit. I think that's the whole reason that they wanted them on this show, was to ask about Rakim performing. They even, like, I think a couple weeks before the gathering, they did a news report that we might have played on here, where they were talking about Rakim being on the gathering and that they were very curious how that was going to go. By the way, Rakim almost quit. I have this one clip that I'm going to watch on Twitch, I think, of Willie D talking about Rakim almost quitting at the gathering. That looks like a pretty lit clip. I'm gonna show that on my little Twitch stream that I do. Fuck, I just lost my place because I scrolled up. Ebro asks about Violent J's health. Tells the whole heart failure cured by AFib thing real quick. This is a very quick interview, by the way. It's like only 25 minutes. Says his fighting days are definitely over. He is now Vibrant J, according to Ebro. Rosenberg asks about the CM Punk call-out thing. Jay says he was gone off the gummies at the airport. Watched the AEW press conference. By the way, I don't think I talked about gummies on here at all. Gummies is really fresh. I really like the long version, the 15-minute long version. I guess the Sour Apple one is just ICP and Ouija's verse, but the cherry one is on streaming, and it's a full 15-minute long cipher gimmick. Similar in the vein to Nine Shadows. Let's see. Yeah, he watched the AEW press conference off the gummies at the airport, and he started reminiscing about his TNA days, and Colt Cabana being his friend. I guess CM Punk said some nasty shit to them behind the scenes in TNA, and still held some grudge. And yeah, he just went off on the fucking phone at the airport, typed what he typed. He did say a really funny thing that after he posted it, he was like realizing, man, I said to him that if he wants to fight me, he should fight me. I really hope he doesn't actually fight me. which is actually really fucking hilarious. One of the funniest parts of this interview. Yeah, he says he hopes people don't really think that he thinks that he could kick CM Punk's ass. What's up, Acetone? Good to see you in here, dog. Big whoop whoop. 20% of Juggalos won. Shouts out to Umo, still rocking with us, man. Shouts out to everybody tuning in. I really appreciate seeing everybody in here, man. I really appreciate that shit. Let's see. They talk about the MTV VMAs invite. They are doing that shit, by the way. At this point, it's only been Violent J in the interview, but now, and at first I thought this interview was taped separately, but they definitely filmed this together. They just seemed like Jay was taking over the beginning of the interview a little bit. But yeah, they're definitely doing the VMAs. They got the invite. Shaggy says he's getting a custom fucking suit made on the Shaggy Show recently. I think one of these recent episodes that I have notes for here that I might go over, I might not go over. Jay sings a clip of a pop song to make an example of the sellout pop song or some shit. Let's see. Selling out isn't really even relevant anymore. How it's not even a thing anymore. How they always did it on their own terms. But yeah, they're going to walk down the red carpet at the VMAs. Jay says he thinks art should just come out how it comes out and shouldn't be censored, and that they never really tried to make stuff for the radio. They always just kind of made their project, and then after the fact looked at it like, okay, which of these songs can we do as a single? And they tried to pick it that way. And I think that's mostly true, but I do suspect that a couple of them, like Homies, I think maybe they geared that a little bit more towards the radio. I definitely feel like Let's Go All the Way and maybe to a certain extent Tilt-A-Whirl were made a little bit for the radio. Let's Go All the Way being in that time era where nu metal acts were like really covering an 80s fucking joint and making it a fucking hit, because that's how Limp Bizkit popped off, that's how Orgy popped off, that's how Dope popped off. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of nu metal acts that popped off with an 80s cover song. What fucking what was the one who did Monkey? Oh, fucking anyway, I'm gonna get lost in a fucking rabbit hole of thinking of nu metal cover songs and shit. But I definitely feel like the Fuck the World single, though, that's a fucking fuck you to radio, like, definitely, though. You know what I mean? That edited one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dog, I love that they actually released that as a single. That's such a fuck you to radio. Like, oh, Shouts out to ICP. You guys do cool things, ICP. I don't know if you know I think this, but I think you guys do really cool things. Let's see. Oh, I lost my spot again. Radio, there we go. Shaggy comes in. This is where Shaggy comes in. I thought the parts were recorded separately. They definitely weren't. Says that basically they won. MTV used to blackball them, said that they would never work with them ever again as long as they're around. But they won without ever selling out. Ebro says that must feel vindicating. Shaggy says that's the payoff. Ebro asks about Rakim and hip-hop legends coming to their movement. Back to Jay, how they feared being old school their whole career, and now they just sort of accepted it. And now that they've accepted it, it's like the best part of their career, being an old school act. I don't know what that one means. Oh, man, I leave my notes too vague sometimes. We're not one of them promo. Oh, yeah, he cuts this promo. I do want to play that for you guys. 14:45. I got to play that one. That's a really good one.
With Chevy Equinox EV.
Buy a Chevy Equinox, y'all. Get your Chevy Equinoxes here. 14:45. This is a good promo. Now I know what that fucking note means. I'm spun out a little bit, guys. I'll be honest. I'm kind of fucking high and hungry, and
not a full fucking 24 hours goes by that we don't stop and think about how crazy this is, you know, because check it out, you guys. We're not one of them. We are not one of them. We are not rap stars. We are not rock stars. We are not wrestlers. And no matter how successful we get or what awesome things we do, it just never feels like we're one of them. You know what I mean? It feels like we're on the outside. Like me and Joey talked about the other day. Walking the red carpet at the VMAs, I was telling my girlfriend, I feel like we're going to get kicked out.
They're gonna like call us and be like, "Psych, we're just fucking with you."
We didn't know you invited them. No, they can't be here. Like I can feel that anxiety already. You know what I mean? And I'm dead serious. Like I feel like somebody's gonna be like, "Oh no, but somebody should clear that with me. Get them out of here." You know, like we don't belong. We're not a part of it. You know, like we've been in our own bubble for so fucking long that we just feel alienated to everything. And when we talked to you guys last together in 2017, that was such an interesting year because that's the year basically everything started to change.
Yeah.
And we came out of this bubble for the first time in like 15 years before we ever did a festival or anything. And we realized times have changed. Like the people Joey was talking about that banned us from MTV, those people are gone.
Right.
It's a whole new generation in there now. You know what I mean? And it's the same.
And that's true, I think, with a lot of media with ICP. I think it really is the fact. And they've said that in a bunch of different interviews. That's the reason they think that the media fucks with them. It's the old guard retiring and the new guard who doesn't hold these blackballed opinions held over from the Eminem era or ICP being extremely rude to people in press interviews and cutting wrestling promos and fucking press interviews and shit. A lot of that stuff didn't do them favors back in the day. Okay. Jay says he feels like he's going to get kicked out. The blackballing him thing. Ebro gives them props for still being active. Rosenberg asks about hatchets being buried. I did a whole video about that. Not really worth rehashing that. Go check out the video I did about Shaggy speaking on burying the hatchet a couple of different times this past week. Once on the Shaggy Show and then once here. Basically, without talking about Twisted, they talk about beef with people who don't count. And they don't have beef with anybody who's real. Yeah, they say the stuff with Eminem was like some high school shit. Jay mentions a beef with the weird Benzino thing that happened on Instagram, but he doesn't think that that's beef. Ebro says beef used to mean a whole different thing back in the day. It used to mean a lot different than what it means now. And I know what he means by that. It definitely used to mean a completely different thing. Beef is like, I mean, what even is beef these days? It's almost like more temporary and like, it's definitely softer beef. That's for sure. Rosenberg asks about Drake versus Kendrick. Shaggy says Kendrick got him. Jay says Kendrick got Drake, but He thinks that MGK got Eminem with the Rap Devil shit. J-Bro says that he's biased with that. Did I say J-Bro? E-Bro says that Jay is biased with that. Jay says that him eating the cereal in the music video for Rap Devil in between the tour buses was the sell for him. Like, he just recorded the song, was like, let's shoot the music video the next morning. Just so casual with it. He talks about asking his son JJ who his favorite rapper was and him saying Eminem. Recently, he asked Ruby the same questions. She also said Eminem, but he's not mad at that. He says that he was psyched to hear that that it's not him, that it's Eminem, and he actually was excited about it. I think that was sort of addressing Ebro saying that he's biased. Nothing but respect for Eminem. That's beef and part of their history. And he says straight up, and I'm glad he actually says this because it's true in a way. Beefing with Eminem gave them a kind of credibility in a way because Eminem actually responded to them. You know what I mean? And put the spotlight on them. And that's only because, once again, Eminem must have respected and looked up to the Insane Clown Posse. He put them on his fucking flyer, for fuck's sakes. Of course he did. I mean, just once again, go listen to the Slim Shady LP. Listen to Marshall Mathers. Go watch the little gimmick the stream we did about the Slim Shady LP and all the Juggalo centric references and sort of side references and straight up ICP lyric bites that are in the Slim Shady LP. I need to do a more short form version of that video because I think that would go I think that would go definitely viral if I did a more short form version of that stream. Stay tuned. I might actually do that. That shit's a lot of work to do one of those style videos though. It's a lot of editing and fucking research and actually writing a script and shit. It's a lot easier to just make loose notes and read them like I'm doing. But yeah, Ebro has a really corny whoop whoop I'm gonna play for you guys. Let's see. Where did that go? Oh,
This is how
another
you
ad.
make a
What we got?
margarita grand.
The grand margarita.
Nectar, tequila, lime, salt, and I had to say the best for last. Grand Marnier. It's the cognac and orange liqueur that makes it grand. The Grand Margarita. Grand Marnier makes it better.
Who is that?
Going back to Eminem and MGK, believe it or not, I felt like MGK got Eminem.
Really?
Okay.
The reason we're here, you know what I mean? Like, just warring with a giant like that gave us credibility, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Listen, Shaggy 2 Dope, Violent J, Insane Clown Posse, fresh off the gathering of the Juggalos, whoop whoop, and all the great things.
There it is.
You guys are headed to the VM. We just wanted to have you guys on, show love. You know what I'm saying?
That's about it. They basically just said they wanted to have him on a show love and all that good shit. All right, I'm going to do the Shaggy Show stuff real quick because there's not a lot of notes I'm looking at for these Shaggy Show ones. I can do this real quick. Shaggy Show Thursday. Davey Scorsese met Hulk Hogan, and Hogan asked him about his ICP hat. And Hulk Hogan told Davey Scorsese that they should be in the Hall of Fame. So they got Hulk Hogan in their fucking corner. I don't know if Jay knows about that, but that's a pretty fucking big deal. I know Jay would be low-key kind of marked out if he knew Hulk Hogan said that ICP should be in the Hall of Fame. They're doing dual streams every time now on Twitch and YouTube. They're doing a giveaway of Lazy and Crazy stuff and the Sour Gummies CD. Justin denies doing Molly at the Gathering. He's afraid he might get grounded for it. Once again, let's see. He doesn't say no comment, though, so maybe he really didn't do the Molly at the Gathering. I spoke to Justin a couple of times. He didn't seem that spun out, but who knows, man? Some people handle their shit a little bit better. Maybe Justin's a Molly pro. I don't really know. Shaggy says the only this is so fucked up. Shaggy says that only immigrants played soccer when he was growing up. There's more stuff to give away. Shaggy talks about people being sick, including himself, after the Gathering, the Juggle flu. Someone in the chat talks about the Mighty Def Pop not being on iTunes. Shaggy was so dehydrated that he couldn't shit for a few days, and now he can't stop shitting. Straight liquid. There's some weed talk about the Airhead packs. Razor Ray being the biggest pothead Shaggy has ever known. and there's references to some weird race stories that I couldn't quite pick up the threads on, I'll be honest. They talk about Ebro and the AM talk, the stuff we just wrapped up. Getting a special outfit made for the VMAs, the MTV VMA Awards. Shaggy's, hopefully they do something similar with that white pimp suit that they did for the other time they walked the red carpet at, what was that, the Billboard Awards in 2003. That's the other time that ICP walked the red carpet. God, I want footage of that shit. Anyway, someone in the chat says that they should squash the beef with M&E so that they can get Lotus and Riders. This is the other clip that I made a video about this week. Shaggy says, who? He doesn't have beef with anyone. He just doesn't know who certain motherfuckers are, and that's not going to happen, and he moves on. There's some New Zealand meth candy. I guess there was meth that was put into some candy in New Zealand that was being sold or given away, something. Shaggy and Manny try Mr. Clean spray with lemon zest. They spray it on their tongues for some reason. They look up their horoscopes. There's some RIPs they go through. Shaggy shouts out Brendan Buckingham and Tommy G. Says they did an interview with them. I haven't watched that Tommy G shit really at all. I just have gotten the screenshots of us being in it yet. I don't think Buckingham has not dropped his, but Tommy G has dropped his, obviously. Buckingham stole a muffin, they say. Shaggy Two Dope hates James Corden. Justin calls him James Corden Blue. Shaggy tackles the word synopsis. I wish I would have took a fucking clip of that. That was fucking great. Let's see. They have a who's on first style discussion about daylight savings time. Renee and the kids trying to convince Shaggy to get a goat, some chickens, and a duck. I say do it, and then have a vlog of Shaggy getting really mad, being Farmer Boy Shags. Homestead vlog channel. That's a whole different stream of income for the Shaggith Two Dope vlogging / video empire. Bismarcky blah blah blah'd his lyrics for Just a Friend at the gathering of the Juggalos after he botched it the first time. He said run it back, and then he blah blah blah'd the whole verses at a performance at the gathering. Was anybody there for that, or knows what Shaggy's talking about? That's definitely before my gathering experiences. Talked about Click This at the very beginning of the show, Relic. If you're looking for the Click This, I literally opened the first 45 fucking minutes talking about Click This because I took so many notes about that. Really just go watch the fucking podcast at that point. What am I doing over here? Let's see. Sign-toting crackheads. You don't see those anymore. Shaggy's the homeless whisperer, also known as the crackhead whisperer. Working at Papa John's back in the day, being the slice of pizza on the road, and people starting shit with him a lot. Apparently, Jay worked this gig. Imagine ICP dressed as slices of pizza, trying to sell you Papa John's. They talk about crowd funk and questioning whether it's you or not. Shit smell versus funk, how they're two different things. Manny says that someone smelled really stinky the first day in the movie tent, and that Juggalos were opening the sides of the movie tent to let the air in / out. And then the Juggalos applauded when this one motherfucker left the tent, and that it was very, they breathed a sigh of relief, literally, when this motherfucker left the tent, and it was very obvious who the stink was coming from. Shaggy had a teacher in school who used to tell them back in the day to use a potato as deodorant if you couldn't afford deodorant. Let's see. Shaggy has a show in Toledo, Ohio, October 5th, and October 19th, a show in Oklahoma. Skankfest, September 26th, and October 10th is the Aftershock Festival. That's right, they're doing Skankfest opening, the opening ceremony of Skankfest as well in Vegas. Shaggy asks, why are Bass Pro hats so cool or considered cool? McDonald's items in the U.S. listicle. And then they do trivia for giveaways. This Shaggy show is from yesterday, and it was only a half hour long because the stream got cut off. So I'll do these real quick as well. Shaggy opens with complaining about the Shaggy show on Twitch with no underscore, another channel. He really wants that channel name. They go to his channel and they bitch about him for a while. He's from the Netherlands. And yeah, they want the chat to spam him apparently, to give up his account name, calls him a dick, says he doesn't like him, and he wants to pay him a visit. He really doesn't like this other Shaggy show on Twitch, because it's the Shaggy_show or some shit on Twitch if you don't know. There's a hype train. They're still trying to give away that $30 frisbee, show shoes, seat covers, 2 Pigapus drawing. Shaggy's new death metal band is called Monkeypox, and they look up that there's a real Monkeypox metal band out there. Shaggy and Manny list the most handsome James Bonds in their opinion. There's some hot sauce talk. They try some hot sauce, and then the screen goes black and the audio drops out. Only 26 minutes into the stream, and they continue to stream for another 7 minutes with blackness. And that's it, y'all. Anything in the chat before I get the fuck out of here? Those seat covers are fire. Yeah, I'm surprised they, that must be Renee's call on that, right? Renee must have wanted those seat covers. That's my opinion, at least. Murder Ape Entertainment. What's that? Hey, Humble, why haven't I been accepted? There's a Facebook alienated group. Oh, that's what Woody runs that, dog. I'm nugget level offended. I don't run that. I think Woody runs that. Yeah, Woody might be behind on accepting people to the Facebook group. I don't even know how active that group is. I've only been in there a couple of times, I'll be honest. Facebook is not my vibe. I really don't like Facebook. I post on it. I have my Instagram linked to my Facebook, my Humble Among account, so it just kind of auto-posts a lot of stuff. And I don't even post a lot of stuff on my Facebook. I've been trying to get better at being on there, but I really don't like Facebook. Oh, I'm not chopped liver. That's an ongoing bit. Facebook is sad, Molly. I agree. It's sad and angry. There's so much like negative energy on Facebook. And I know people say like us jugs on Twitter or like a circle jerk or whatever, but give me my circle jerk, goddammit. give me my, yeah, someone's gonna clip that. Give me my circle jerk, goddammit. There we go. I said it nice and clean for you. Facebook is kind of for old people. Yeah. Same with Reddit. Man, let me get this shit off real quick. I'll cut this promo real quick because I don't really care. On Reddit, this guy who constantly posts news updates on Reddit, he posted this really weird shit where it was a picture of one of the Dayton family. I think it was a picture of one of the Dayton family, and he said midnight in Yammy at the gathering of the Juggalos this year. And I was like, man. And I just posted the fucking Wonder Shows and that's racist fucking gif on that shit, because that shit is racist, man. Just to be like, oh, here's another black guy on stage. That must be Yammy. That's kind of fucked up, no? I don't know. I thought that was fucked up. But shouts out to Juggalo Reddit for letting that shit just slide. Fucking Juggalo Reddit is the worst. I go there all the time. Because there's a lot of fucking shit that pops up there that ends up helping me for the show, but it is the fucking worst. Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely post on there all the time. Usually some sarcastic or snarky shit. Yeah, Wake Up hit me up on Reddit and shit. Wake Up figured out my name. Not that hard to figure out. It's fucking Candy Hoffman. Anyway, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I ain't got nothing else to say. Fuck creepy motherfuckers in the community. I guess I'll cut that promo real quick too. There's some real creepy motherfuckers that were at the gathering that I didn't realize were at the gathering this year. One of them approached and talked to some homies and Emily apparently. And if I would have known that motherfucker was over there, I'd have been so fucking mad. I would have screamed on the dude at the very least. I was already in a bad mood at Gloom to the Gathering which I've talked about last time a little bit. But that would have made me, I would have blown my fucking stack. That would have made me fucking lose my shit. There's a couple of, and I've learned about some other situations where a couple of like really creepy motherfuckers are just kind of roaming around. And I don't know, man. I come off as the gatekeeping motherfucker, but we can't be having predatory motherfuckers just roaming around. At the end of the day, we really can't have that shit. Protect the lets. And that's honestly what this is about, because there's the people I'm speaking on, I don't even want to say their names like that. If you want to know their names, I'll definitely tell you in the DMs who the fuck I'm talking about, but I don't want to put them out. I don't want to even give them the fucking clout or whatever like that. Yeah, there's some creeps that are just straight. And this one motherfucker that talked to M and the homies there went to some other homies and then attempted immediately afterwards to talk shit about me. I don't know if they want their business out there like that, but there's some people who are very close to me. And those people were like, yo, you know how close we are to Humble and M, right? We like love them. Go the fuck away. So at least like they told this motherfucker to go the fuck away. Shouts out to y'all for doing that. You know who you are for doing that. Thank you, guys. I love you for that. But yeah, if I would have known that motherfucker was there, I would have definitely screamed on him. I mean, I would have told him to fucking leave, and I would have told his creepy ass to fucking leave. That's what I would have done. At the very least. I was very heated. I probably might have done some fucking dumb shit. Hey, hit me up if you want to know. I'm not going to give them fucking clout or say their names like that, but last time this motherfucker tried to pull up, he was pressed outside of a Shaggy show for some of the creepy shit he's been known to fucking do. Y'all tourists. Yeah, or cheese. Wait till y'all see the Cheese House interview. Nah, probably no new Halloween tape this year, man. I'll be honest. I haven't been recording Halloween tracks. I am recording new music for the Devereaux produced project. That's going to be the next project. I have an idea for the title, but I'm not I'm not sure if that's going to be the final title. I have an idea of what it's going to be. I have beats. I have a folder of beats. I've started working on a bunch of the songs. A couple of collabs I've started working on, and They're All Gonna Laugh on You is going to be on that record, for example, if you want an example of kind of what some of the songs will sound like. It's going to be a mix of like, it's going to be like half rock songs and half kind of weird, trippy, synthy songs that I've had in this Devereaux folder for literally, shit, guys. Some of those beats are probably like 5 years old, maybe even older. Some of those beats are like 5 years old that have been in that folder. I mean, you're not lying, Carnage. Honestly, the Halloween tape shit comes from ICP, though. That's how they would release the Hallowicked singles and how they started. They started as an actual cassette tape, you know? How Dead Pumpkins and Mr. Rotten Treats both came out on, like, cassette tapes. And the Witch's Brew, Witch's Cauldron EP with the first 3 of them came out. I think that was also on a tape before they transitioned to doing them on CDs. It's a tribute to ICP and the actual tape. Yeah, she's still cooking. I got to get out of here, though. My next ex-wife. The 5th or the 6th? Go now. Okay, Cheese. I got to listen to Cheese. Love you guys. Whoop, whoop. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like, gimmick, subscribe, gimmick. We're already close to fucking 6,000. I'll give you a subscriber update right now before I get out of here. Last stream, we went through 6,300. We're 6,369 right now. So we're already close to 6,400. The next giveaway at 7,000. I'll just go ahead and announce this because I thought of a gimmick. Next giveaway, I'm sending out for 7,000. When we hit 7,000 subscribers, I'm sending out 7 mystery boxes filled with just random freshness I got lying around. Some rare Humble Among shit. Some giveaways I've been giving, flyers and stuff I have sitting around from the gathering. You might get my Juggalo Ohio 2 hotel tag from the car. You might get weird relics and fucking lore shit like that. You might get the bunny costume that I wore in the Rabbit Hole music video. You might get shit like that. I still have that, by the way. You might get weird old shit that I have lying around. Like that. So yeah, 7,000 subscribers. I'm doing 7 mystery boxes full of whatever. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put random shit in there. You might get some weird, rare lore, though. You certainly will get some rare CDs, because I have a couple of rare CDs I've been sitting on for a while. So you might get the extremely rare Fuck You Computer mixtape from like fucking 10 plus years ago. You might get one of those. You might get a copy of Xmas Tape 1. You might get a copy of Halloween Tape 1, which is pretty fucking rare. I think I got 2 of those. All right, I'll give away the bunny suit. Fuck it. I'll give away the bunny suit. I'm going to give away the bunny suit in one of those boxes. Bridget says she wants the bunny suit, so I'm going to give away the bunny suit. I might, I mean, who knows what's going to be in that box. There's definitely a lot of, you might get a TLC CD. You don't fucking know what I'm going to put in there. I got so many random fucking CDs in that fucking room that I do the other videos in. You don't know what I'm going to put in there. You might get a copy of Big Money Hustlers, because I got fucking 5 of them for some stupid reason. You might get a copy of Big Money Hustlers. I don't fucking know. Gooner. Oh, Goner. I got Goon on the brain. What are you going to interview for me for, Frankie? Gloom? You better not fucking... Never mind. All right, I love you guys. I'm spinning out. I need to get the fuck out of here. Whoop, whoop. Like, gimmick, subscribe, gimmick, all the gimmicks. Gathering footage. Soon? Hopefully sooner rather than later. I got to at least clear the fucking... I already cleared the footage off my phones. Or I exported it. I got to clear... I got to get the fuck out of here. Bye. Whoop, whoop.